Hello. Um, real quick on that, what David was talking about there, yes, Friday stream. I'm curious how many people show up here because I forgot to announce it in the last 2 streams, but I did mention this last Saturday. I will not be streaming tomorrow, so I'm streaming today instead. So that's why a stream is happening today. But hello, Jout76, Black Gem Alex, Lemonique, Tay Consuelos, you're going to really like this stream, Eastwood Peak, and David, and Nakalak, and Veraketh. Today, we have a pretty simple stream, but we're going to have to do a little bit of work to start out, but it should work out well, because I have a plan, so we're going to get into this. Let's see, Usagi Electric, hello! Dropping a vid on YouTube and doing a stream within an hour of each other. I'm supposed to do stuff today. Yeah, well, I wasn't planning on streaming today. It's just I can't stream tomorrow. Normally I would not want to stream on a day that I release a video if I can avoid it. So, yeah. I have a plan. Is this a threat? It is a threat to the stupid power supply market, as you'll see. But yes, I am really curious how many people show up today, though. That'll be fun to find out with a kind of unplanned stream that was on the schedule. Also, hello, I'm a cat. So let's see here. Let's start out by going over what we're doing today. We're scanning some documents because, what is my phone doing? I think it's just the Twitch thing. Just double check. Building your own power supply. I'm gonna bypass the building part here. Yeah, it's just the dashboard thing. I'm going to bypass building a power supply entirely, and we're just going to use the bench power supply. So let's get started on what the topic is, although real quick here, this was annoying. Right as soon as I started the stream, the clip that holds my mic onto my shirt broke, and this little bit here, yeah, that was supposed to be on there. That's what holds it on. So I lucked out. I actually had a backup from a mic I bought at Goodwill that was so terrible I never even used it in a single video. So I had that, but yeah, that was really frustrating. So, I have a scanner now. Ooh, yes. Scanning. And I'm looking forward to using this and we're going to be scanning this book first, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. There's absolutely nothing special about that book, which is why I want to scan it first. So the thing about this is that it was sent to me, and I'm extremely grateful. Tay Consuelos on here actually sent this, so thank you so much for this. This is going to help a lot with the scanning because this is a very handy feed scanner thing, and it looks like it's going to work out really well. Oh, I just noticed it's two-sided. Fancy. Okay, this is way better than the one that I was potentially going to use. Wow, that is excellent. Okay, so that's going to be nice. So what's the problem here? Well, it's a power supply. This thing is, I didn't get it with the power supply, which is fine. We can work around that. It is a 24 volt, 2 amp power supply. Now that's a little difficult to get, you know, 24 volts. That's not particularly common. That's not the difficult part. If I really get a light in there, you'll see that's the power connector. That's a weird one. I didn't realize that. So the thing is that it uses a power supply. I actually have one that's like this. Where did I put it? I had it. Where did it go? What? How did I lose it? I really hope I didn't lose it because I kind of need it for another thing. Well, oh, there it is. So this is a power supply that uses a pin in the center there. It's a reverse gender barrel jack connector, and it's really stupid that they did that. So I could get a power supply for this thing. They're 20 bucks on Amazon, or I could just replace the jack. Lemika's got it. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be taking this apart and putting this in there, which will make it just a normal barrel jack. And this is actually going to be so easy. We're going to have this done in like the first 3 minutes of the stream. Seriously, this could not be easier. I'm kind of like blown away. It's almost like they wanted you to be able to do this. So let's see about getting into this here, because like seriously, it's going to be so easy. So the first thing is that we have to remove 2 screws, and they are right here. So we got 1, and we've got 2, and then this is why this is almost like they've designed. Yeah, no, seriously, Soggy Electric, you're gonna see this. It couldn't be easier. Literally, the only thing that pops off with that is the piece of plastic that holds the power connector in, and it's on a big wire. It slides out right there. How much easier could that be? So we're just gonna snip that and then screw the wires into the connector. I mean, seriously, it's even on a separate connector in there if I wanted to just replace it. RWX Rick, thank you for the gifted sub. Yeah, really, Tay. I mean, it couldn't be any easier. It's hilarious. I just noticed there's 3 wires. I don't know why there's 3 wires. That's a slight thing. One of them's probably just the sense wire. I don't think that'll make a difference, but I will have to pay attention to which one's actually ground here. So let's just quickly check that. It's probably the one on the side here. Let's see. There's some stuff going on here. Oh, dang, some engineer knew it was terrible barrel jack to begin with. Yeah, really. See, every time I say that at work, make over hours. Yeah. See, Zeverus, hello, since it's your first time chatting, and Franz Fopa, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Wow, thank you. See, it'll make a difference because you said it won't. Yeah. Just stopping by for your monthly bits, all right. So I'm expecting this to be ground, and it is. And this could potentially also be ground down here. This is usually a latch that determines whether or not there's a connector in there. Yeah, it's also ground. If I really wanted to, I could just short those, but it won't make a difference. I'm just going to leave it unconnected. So the outer pin is the one that we need to connect to ground on the barrel jack. So we can just, I'm going to snip it back here, and then we will be able to reattach this later if we want for some reason. Let's see, tool scan, device name, file PDF. Is that gonna be for this kind of scanner? So this is an ADF, it's got a feeder. I haven't looked into it yet. I will be, I mean, I guess feed scanning is not a bad idea, but yeah, I might do something like that. So the first thing I'm going to do here, though, is because there's two wires and I like knowing what's going on, I'm going to mark one of them in silver, and I think I'll mark the sense one with silver. And I'm going to do it where I cut in case I decide to replace this another time. Then I'll be able to identify which wire is which. There we are. Oh, the silver Sharpies always smell so weird. All right. Yeah, I think it's possible to use the ScanManage package. I'll try that. That's not bad. First, I'm just going to open up whatever scan program pops up when I start the thing. See, you're more important. You think it's not as bad as Canon Portable? Oh yeah, someone asked why not use the BJC85. I want these scans to be good. And it's, I mean, actually, I guess it probably does do some feeding, but not feeding quite like this does. So, snip, that's it. All right. I will leave the insulation on the one, because, yeah, there's no reason to mess with that. And then I'm going to strip back the other two, and I'll just get those crushed into the new connector. There's even enough room here that I can kind of like jam this on there, I think. Like, how much of that can stick through? Not too much. Maybe if I shave this down a bit. So I'm just taking off some of the kind of pointless outer jacket because I want to see if I can jam this into the original connector location here. So the thing is even if I wanted to buy a power supply for this, the original one is like 20 bucks to get a third-party one on Amazon, or you can just get a regular 12-volt DC power supply and use that instead. So I'd rather do that. Ooh, I gotta take a lot off if I want that thing to fit. Pro tip, if you ever have a figure 8 cable and you want to plug it, that has the polarity square, and you want to plug it into one that doesn't, you can just do this and make it round. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of extra insulation on connectors. Let's see. Speaking of Sharpie smell, do you remember the 80s classroom markers? Those would get a person high. Oh yeah, the metal Sharpies. Oh, those ones are great. Unless you mean like the dry erase markers, I have some back there. See, there we are. That might fit. Oh, it's so close, but not quite. I don't really want to modify this because I'm just going to drop the connector back in like right there. So, let's see. See, I assume this was a Canon. Oh, yeah, this is an Epson. I'm just glad that it's not a Xerox since you can't trust the scans on those. There's so much extra material on these. Ooh, that was good. That might fit now. I think just a little more and it'll be good. I hadn't planned on trying to shove this in there, but it's so close, I may as well. Let's see, why can't you trust the scans? Where they search for similar blocks, pixels. David, the Xerox scanners are the ones that can accidentally replace numbers with other numbers. And when you're scanning something like hex code, that would be a big deal to have something go wrong with. So I don't want to do that. See, speaking of scans, I've been using our flatbed to scan PCBs lately. It's a bit fizzly, get the brightness settings right behind it with wonderful, yeah, definitely, high-res ones. Yeah, absolutely. Only thing that rips you up is traces under ICs, yeah. Also try something like I do, or I have a television that I've ripped the LCD panel out of, and I put the boards on top of that, and then I can basically use the light from the backlight to X-ray the boards. So there we go, that'll work. That'll fit. It's gonna kind of cram the back of these, but it'll be fine. So these kinds of connectors are marked with the polarity plus minus. I don't think it's going to show up on the GoPro because it doesn't focus. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's what I meant, but I thought they only did that when faxing. Oh, I don't know, David. That would be interesting. I didn't see that part, that it might be only faxing. That would be interesting. See, sorry for considering late. What are we working on? I'm modifying the scanner to have a not stupid power connector. It came with a reverse polarity, a reverse gender power connector. Instead of having the pin in the unit, it had the pin in the power cable, so you end up with like a dumb Super Nintendo style weird power jack. So I'm just swapping it out for a normal one. See, it's a good idea to use a big LED light to see through. Yeah, I've been doing that with one of my Stoff Studio lights with LCD backlights, probably brighter, better. Yeah, and what I do is I just lay a pane of glass over it, and then I put the board on top. You could do that with a TV that's still good if you wanted to. Use the glass trick. Yeah, mine I just cut up a light to do it with because I didn't care about it. Ooh, I made that a little short, but you know what? That's fine. That'll work. Okay, so there's that. Cram that in there. Leave that cable right there. And this I'm going to kind of wind up and see if I can just cram it. Yeah, right there. So I keep the original one in there. And this hook over. Get the little legs down in where they need to go. Stuff it all in. Get the cables to cooperate here. And bingo! Power jack replaced. How easy could that be? I will double check one more time before I seal it all away that it works, that I have the polarity correct. Yep. And let's go ahead and try and power it up too, actually. So what I'm going to do for today is I'm going to use the HP power supply here. I'm going to set it to 24 volts, which is the requirement for this thing. So VSET 24, boom. And then I set, I'm just going to give it full power, 2 amps, because that's what it is. I'm going to set I out to off. And then this, pro tip, if you want to really cheaply manage just a couple of wires together, the best tool you can use for that, drill. Just clamp them into the chuck and pinch them on one end and bzz, instantly twisted pair. So this is red to positive, okay. Red to positive, all right, that's good. Enable output. Turn on this. What's the deal? Output is disabled. Let me push the button, flip the switch. Bingo, initializing. So we're all good. No connection, perfect. So the scanner is working with our modified power supply, so we can easily just go ahead and move on with that. Let's see, a few days ago I found out that a S100 speech synth exists, could use for stream messages. I don't know that I want to run one of my S100 systems all the time for streams, but that is really cool. I think I may have seen something like that as well. I don't remember what. It might have been when I was looking in the magazines for research, but yeah, there's definitely some cool stuff out there. The Votrax that I was talking about is from this era, but it's more meant for like a pet or something. It's kind of different. But yeah, there are some speech synth things out there for these this era. So, all right, let's go ahead and put this on for real here. I'll just cram it on there, put the little pins down in there, get the cable managed, and there we are. Add the screws. And everything about that label is still correct. It's still DC 24 volts. It just has a less dumb power connector on it that protrudes slightly because it's kind of hacky, but it'll work and it's easier. And I put the original connector right there so we can just use that at any time if we want. Redshift 1089, thank you for the tier 1 sub. See, S100 MIDI, yeah. So, all right, plug power back in here, flip the switch, and we are ready to scan. That is awesome. That was so easy. That's really nice. So I can just clean up my trash here, and we can get going. I will need to connect this to a computer, so let me get a test sheet here, just something like, I'll say this. This is directions for something I meant to mention that I got. The 50-pin adapter for the CryoFlux so that I can use it with the 8-inch disk drives. These are the directions for it that I accidentally ripped when I was opening the package because it was really small. But I have that, so once we get the power supply put back together in the 8-inch drive we've been reforming the caps on, we can get it working. So that'll be fun. But yeah, we might as well try scanning this. It's probably not gonna work since it's torn, but you know, why not? Let's just, well, you know what, maybe not. The torn is kind of a problem. Don't I have something weird over here? Like maybe, no, that's got an address on it. Thought there was like a single sheet. Here we go, Digital Research software license agreement. We'll go ahead and scan that. That should be fine. It's already pretty badly water damaged, so it's not like anything gonna be lost here. Follow X, thank you for the tier 1 sub and for the 2nd month in a row. Okay, how about a tic-tac-toe? There's the Imzai in War Games, I don't believe ever actually spoke. Because at least I don't think so. Was that actually a thing? I thought it was only in the control room at in the mountain or whatever. I forget where that actually was. So, yeah. Spice of Mud, thank you for the 100 bits, and we're now in a hype train, I guess. No one was going to read the license agreement 40 plus years later anyway. Yeah, so you know, it's a good one. All right, so we have this. I already got a USB Type B cable, which by the way is the best USB 2.0 connector. None of the other ones are as good as this is. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug this in. I have no idea if there are Linux drivers for this thing. I assume they're just going to work. So we'll see what happens. We are connected. All right. So if I go over to this, what am I going to find here? So seriously, all right, there we are. First off, let me see if it popped up anything. Looks like not. So is there a scanner program? Looking for devices. Well, hopefully this actually works. Could not find any devices. Okay, let me try turning it off and on. See if that does something here. See, The actual Enzyme Wargames is only made from broken parts with the CPU constantly getting reset, so the lights... Oh, well, I didn't think that it actually worked, but I meant as far as the movie was concerned, I didn't remember if the talking happened locally in his house. I thought it only happened at the military place. Okay, let me reload, and then I guess I'm going to look up if this thing has Linux drivers. Epson GT S50 Linux. That'll suck if it doesn't. Okay, there's someone who's got a website about this. Install scanner drivers. iScan. Okay, so this thread. Epson provides a Linux driver. Oh. Well, okay then. That's pretty sweet. GTS50. Linux package download page, okay. Yeah, we have a deb package. Okay, man, this couldn't be any better. Holy moly. Like, you gonna do the thing here? Why is it not resizing the web page? Well, this might work. There we are. Downloads, save. Like, look at this. They actually just have like a download for the scanner drivers, and then you download it. There's nothing weird. They actually do that. That's cool. I was not expecting that. Let's see. He does have text-to-speech. Okay. Oh, I'm sure it was an actor doing it. Yeah. Franz, oh, hold on here. I'm a little behind. David, thank you for the gifted sub. And Franz, thank you for the 1,000 bits again. Wow. Okay. If I remember the terminal is controlled by a CompuPro, that would be hilarious. What are you trying to do there, Starhawk? Wonder if I can do escape and then get a new line. Oh, you're trying to do a new line in chat. That would actually be kind of nice. I'm not aware of a way of doing it. You can do shift enter in chat and it'll show you a new line like it's actually doing one, but then it won't work. So I don't think you can. Yeah, friends. For as much as some brands of Epson are meh, they keep their support up, unlike Cough HP. Ooh, yeah, burn. Tess, thank you for the tier 1 subscription. Let me go ahead and continue here. I need to get that deb package installed. Where'd it go? Oh, I know what's going on. I gotta fix my connection. Yeah. There's a thing I have to do. Let's see. Yeah, shots fired. What's up with the data general thingy? So it's actually right there behind me. The S100 computer stuff that we're working on is going to feed directly into the data general getting worked on. I'm working on doing power supply reforming or capacitor reforming with this stuff right now, and that'll make it so that I can work on the Micronova power supply, which is just right there, and then we will be able to get started on that. So we're making progress. It's just that the S100 computer stuff is the same era, and it makes sense to work on that first because it's less rare if something goes wrong. So I can get experience on that and then work on the data generals after. I've been building up to this. I've been working on making a program for reforming capacitors since before I got the S100 computers. The whole process for reforming capacitors and the S100 computers just happened to perfectly coincide. So that's where my focus is at right now. Computer, why you no work? So there's this dumb thing that happens with Dolphin. I'm just gonna kill Dolphin, where it'll crash if it doesn't have a connection to my server when I start it. So I just connected it to my server, and there we go. Now it's working. So now I can get this package installed here. iScan. All right, Epson. One step forward, two steps forward, one step back. It's a deb that you install, but they tar-gz'd the deb, which is already a tar file. It's already compressed, so it's going to be literally exactly the same size after you uncompress it. Oh, and to make it even worse, oh, that's what on earth? Oh, this is so messed up. Hold on, let me just move this into a working folder here so I can show you what's going on. Scanner, driver, boom. This is bad. Why did that not pop up? Oh, because I'm not in the right area. Let's see here. See, Shelby kills dolphins confirmed. Nautilus is only in Genome, David. Let's see. Makes me think of doing Mac stuff and having an ISO and a RAR toast zip. Oh no. But this is the file here, all right? And it's .deb.tar.gz. And if I try and extract it, it extracts to a directory because it actually just is a tar.gz. If I open it, it's just what it is. It's a folder named .deb. They didn't actually correctly package it. So maybe if I rename the extension here to, actually I gotta delete the folder. If I rename the extension to just .deb, I might actually be able to use dpkg to install it normally. Sudo dpkg-i, the only file in there. It's not a deb format. Okay, so they kinda sucked at this. All right, cool. All right, well, they get some praise, but not all of it. Hey, Cody. Oh, man. So I guess I'm just going to run this install. Yeah, tar, so cd. Their directions are to cd into the directory name .deb. And run install. Oh man, this is great. All right, we'll just run install, I guess. I'm surprised it's modified to have the executable bit. Zach iPod, thank you for the Prime sub. Oh man, that's great there. Did it just fail for some reason? Hold on. Updating from sub-repository can't be done securely and is therefore disabled by default. Did they just... Oh no, that's the PCSX2X repo. That's fine. But why? What happened? Not found. Okay. Did it error and now it's not gonna work because of that? Yeah, I think, oh my gosh. The way that their install script works requires that your apt update line works perfectly, and the PCSX2X repo is apparently down or something right now, so now it's not gonna run correctly, so I gotta fix that. Fun. Oh man, okay. Let's sudo vim, etc. sources, or no, apt sources.list pcs. Oh, come on, where is it? Is it not in that? Is there something else? Is there like a custom thing? Apt, auth, preferences, sources list D. I'm not sure which it is. It's not, that's a directory. Okay. Interesting. Oh, we have a couple of different things here. What on earth? How do you just remove a repo? Apt. Add repository. Is there like a remove? Man, let's see. Can you just remove one? Remove. Okay. -R. All right. So let's do. How much do you want to bet that this is not going to work trying to remove that URL because it's a PPA, not the other thing? Comment that out. Yeah, but the thing is that I can't do there. RPM download is exactly the same except it's. That's amazing. Let's see. I'm sure the install worked perfectly fine on the machine of the guy who packaged it. Yeah, packaged it. Computer stuff is a really wild game of luck. I'm sure Techtasia can attest to. Absolutely. Pretty much just has to pop up near you. Oh, yeah. Was someone asking about getting this stuff? Yeah, it's definitely right place, right time. That's all that it is. So, yeah. Let's see, edit the Gregory file. You have multiple source files, so it's the Gregory one. Okay, so let's look at Gregory. Perfect. There it is. Boom. And now it should work. Sudo apt update. Apt update. Fair enough. No errors now. So now I can run install. Did their directions say to run sudo install? I bet it needs to. Yeah, I bet you need to run sudo install no matter what they think. Or just run sudo and I'd already provided the password. Yep, now it works. What idiots. All right. Cody, you are not wrong. I do that a lot. All right. Yeah, Tay got it. I wasn't familiar. I didn't read the full file name there. So, yeah. What is all this? Oh, I don't think so. No, I'm not really. Wow, that's a whole bunch of. Wait, without network, so I could have done it without needing to fix it. All right, all right. Why did they link to the Wikipedia article on free software? Good grief. They're going way too far into this nonsense. All right. I bet this won't work. What am I gonna have to do? Restart? Probably. Let me look at that the thing here. Okay. FAQ, you try and run package software. Wait, what? Did that just install a program? Scan. Oh, it did. That's weird. Could not send command to scanner, check scanner status. Scanner shows just 01 : and the buttons don't do things really. So, let's see if I ever get within usable range of anything new enough from that Rotten Fruit Company. Name started with lowercase. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So this doesn't work. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to restart. Well, they say there's multiple things they downloaded. Image scan driver. This contains all essential software. Scanner driver. Why, there was only one thing in the thing I downloaded, but they're saying they had multiple things. Download the core package and data package first. From there, accept the agreement, download in the following order. But there's, mine the USB thing, GT bundle. Okay. I don't know when this is from. You know what? I'm just gonna reboot. Let's just, yeah, let's restart. Just tick that box so we don't have to worry about it. Sudo reboot. Actually, I should do it the GUI way so it doesn't complain about stuff. And I will close all of the things so it'll open as few programs as possible on reboot. Okay. Goodbye. Okay, let's go back to this. I don't think I have much else going on here, just for giggles. Just put this in. It should detect it. Well, it detected it. It's blinking power. I don't think it can do anything. I always love how transformers like these scanner trays are. They're ridiculous. Oh, okay, let's see. See, Shelby, you're looking for a flatbed. What about the books? Yes, so I have a flatbed. It's right there. It's just, it has an ADF on it right now. And the thing is that it doesn't have a white backing to it. I have a different HP scanner that's the exact same dimensions, and I can take its flat lid off of and put it on that one. That one's USB, the other one's SCSI, so I'll just use that one with the other one's lid, but that lid is in storage, so I'm gonna have to go get it. As far as the books are concerned, the actual bound books that I have, only 3 of them aren't scanned with exact matches. So I don't really need to scan all of them, so I'm not gonna worry about that too much. I might at some point try and do it if I do get something like the CZER that you asked about, but I'm not gonna focus on that too much. The 3 that aren't scanned, one of them is the manual for the hard drives I have, and technically it is scanned. It's just a slightly different revision of it. So there is a scan of it, and I think it even has all the exact same information. They just kind of made it more professional looking. So I'm not too worried about that. And then the other thing are the third-party CBasic programming books, and those aren't really that critical to get scanned either. So realistically, I don't need to worry too much about book scanning. So flatbed scanning, that'll be a thing for the larger documents that have staples in them, but other than that, I can do most of what I need with this thing. So, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, haven't found online. Yeah, there's some stuff where it could potentially show up later. Yeah. So I'll keep an eye out. There's some things that I'll research further to see if maybe there is a scan that I just missed or something. So I did actually ask about the mimeograph pages that are sticking together on the Discord server for archive.org, and so far I haven't gotten a good answer about those, because those are the ones that the pages are sticking together and like, gotta peel them apart. I'm thinking there's got to be a way of getting them to release a little quicker. And I'm now wondering if maybe heat isn't the answer, but maybe like freezing the pages could help, because then the ink will be hard and it might release easier. So I'm thinking about trying freezing one of the manuals and seeing what happens. Because yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I'm guessing super dehumidify. I don't know. See, I worry the heat would make the ink run. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm thinking maybe freeze. Why did Discord open 3 help documents? Good grief. All right, I'm just going to really quick here before I go back to capture, run one of the scanner programs and see if it even shows up. So I'm thinking about it. The Epson program didn't find the scanner. Could not send command to scanner. Oh, great. So I'm missing something still for getting this working. Cool. All right, let's just go back to this. Could not find any device. All right, so we don't have the scanner showing up. Let's do some basic sanity checks here. There we are. Oh yeah, first off, one thing here. Boop. All right, there's that. Back to this. So LS USB. That's not how you do LS USB. It is, there we go, Seiko Epson Corp. Okay, perfect. Shows up, so it's connected. Now I just need to figure out how to get it to connect. So search for this, okay, Linux. This opens this. There's only the option to accept, and then we have a PDF. Package download page goes to this. There's only one relevant thing here. So that's a thing. Is there a date on this page? That's an old version of KDE. That's pre-Plasma. So this could be an old article. Let's see. You have Sane installed? Check the Arch Wiki. All right, I'll do that. I'm pretty sure Sane is installed. Let me just sudo apt install Sane. Is that all it'll be? Boom. Let's see. Oh, come on. Oh, seriously? It's not installed? How is there a scanning program pre-packaged with KDE that's trying to use Sane drivers and they don't package Sane? Come on. Scan. Am I going to need to run it now? Yeah, Sane scanner access now easy. System could not find any devices. So it was actually trying to use Sane. Okay. Let's install Sane Utils as well while I'm here. And then I'm actually, that was auto installed. Okay. Real quick like here. I'm just going to get the chat on the laptop because I can't see it out of the corner of my eye here. There you go. Maybe it doesn't have permissions. That's a thing, potentially. All right, so boom, there we are. Yeah, there, okay. Saying it's just front end, so the libs are installed likely, probably, yeah. So earlier you were using the feature KDE I'd never heard of to attach console to your Dolphin window. Oh yeah, Cookie Jar 6502. Go to, yeah, when you open Dolphin, just press F4. That's it. It's just terminal right there. You might even be able to show terminal. There's probably a button for it, but yeah, F4. Boom, that's it. Yeah, really, no kidding, David. So much for being easy. Is it 32-bit Deb? No, I got the 64-bit one. That was what I downloaded there. So, maybe it doesn't have permissions. I don't know. Saying it's just front end. Maybe it doesn't. The GUI should run with enough permissions to be able to access hardware, though. That's kind of the thing with how the GUI works. So, Let's see. So this is from last year, I think it was. No, 2020. Oh, that's not great. They downloaded a file that is the exact same one as me. All right. Thanks. Had used KDE for quite a while. Never learned of that feature, and only do learn of it once I decide to give XFCE another try. All right. Also, F3 will do the split, which is super handy. Let's see. Has your scanner account been added to Scanner and/or PlugDev? Scanners grants Scanner specifically. Oh man, really? Am I gonna have to do that? I don't want to have to do that too. Sudo. Again, I would think GUI would just have it, but why not? Boom. Groups. Am I gonna have to restart? I don't want to have to restart because yeah, I wasn't in Scanner. I don't think it should matter. Sudo. Is that kscan something? No. What was that scanner program called? Scanlite. Okay. Not sudo Scanlite. Looking for devices. So there's another group too. I'm already in PlugDev right there, so I shouldn't need that one. But that's a good catch. Let's see, are the things that asked for in the instructions? I don't think so, but I'll double check. I think the instructions kind of sucked. They were just basically run install. README, open Kate. Okay, so for the impatient, extract, install, you've asked for your password, yada yada, and that's it. Install without network. Troubleshooting. While the install script is expected to work as intended for the vast majority of scenarios, might not work for you. If that is the case, please pay attention to the error messages. There were no error messages. Although I'll rerun it and see if there were any. Yeah, basically if there are error messages to run with sudo. Did you try iScan? Yes, but it didn't do anything. This is still looking for devices, and then it crashed? Or did it find one and now it's going to open the GUI? So the web page I was following was ancient. Platypus with cheese. The directions, I don't know that they were totally applicable because they had 2 packages they had to download and there aren't 2 packages anymore. There's only 1. So I don't know that that's even relevant to me. Where did the scanner program go? It just disappeared. Go back to the other window. I mean, what, the web page? Because the scanner program just disappeared. That's what I'm saying, is it's gone now. It didn't leave anything in the terminal. It's my understanding of the quality of the proprietary Epson driver make it that it not work with same front ends. Okay, interesting. Well, let's try iScan, I guess. Sudo iScan. See what that does. Hello, Vivian Comfy. The program showed something before the crash. It did, but I didn't catch it. Let's see. Well, I'm trying to run iScan as root, so we'll see what happens. But I did that, but I would have to reboot for that to work. This page, no, that's not it. So that was the first web page I was looking at. But again, this is, yeah, from 2014. There we go. That's the date. So yeah, that was a long time ago now. So, all right. Cat var term log. What do you got, Cody? Am I? Ah, perfect. Okay. Epson unknown model. Ooh, interesting. That's frustrating. But thank you. So it worked and then it died. So possibly if I reboot, it'll actually work then. Just use Windows. I refuse. I will take pictures with my Nikon before I go to Windows. All right, we're gonna reboot one more time. Why not? All right, let's just do this. And I will close all the things so it'll work correctly. Oh, I made that. Okay, there we go. It's not even that Windows is a privacy nightmare. It's just that I hate the direction that they take it in. So, see, I'll send you or history dialog. Yeah, I'll send you something. France. I don't know. I didn't expect this to be this complicated. This is unexpected. Huh. Trying to think. I feel like there was something else I was going to go over in this stream, but I don't remember what it was now. See, half of the fun of Linux is getting something to work. I'm kind of past that point. I want Linux to just work. Most of the time it does. So yeah. David, the Nikon's not really intended to be used for like 2D scanning, but it can, so. See, one thing new in Linux, or Nix is bad at, is the seeing things. So you mean like any visual input stuff? There are some issues with those things. See, it all boils down to the proprietary junk that can't get integrated. Yeah, when they don't just open source their drivers, yeah. On the one hand, you could say, oh, that's on the Linux people for not just allowing those drivers, but that's their software. You're playing in their sandbox, so yeah. Just checking on some stuff here. In my own defense, I installed the macOS drivers and started scanning immediately. It didn't even occur to me to try FedOraBox. Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, no, this is my own fault for using Linux. I will fully admit to that. So yeah, I've been obsessing over Dot Matrix printers the last couple days. Sorry, because I'm usually the instigator of that, because I use a lot of them. See, I've had plenty of issues doing things in Windows where I just have to use Linux. I've absolutely had that experience as well. It goes both ways. So, see, no, none of that jogs my memory. Let's see. And first question, I can't really say any, not even caffeine like most people joke. I will consume coffee if it's there, and if it's not, I'm fine. Let's see, favorite girl band, Freeze Pop. Best CPU. I'm gonna go 4060 X100. Anything jogging your memory? Nope. Oh wow, the keyboard actually connected. Impressive. Okay, let's try this one more time. Let me get the chat open before I bring you guys back onto here. Pop out. Boom. See what's going on with your keyboard? I'm whacking it a whole bunch so that it will actually connect. Hold on. Franz has some info here. So, oh my gosh, is that last updated 2012? Is that what you're trying to show me, Franz? But I'll take a look at that in a moment here. Let's see. Bring the capture back here. iScan. No, just changelog. It's there. Okay. Well, that is something, but let's try iScan now. Oh, wait, one moment. Okay, now Dolphin will work. The laptop gone. There we are. Do this. iScan. Bingo. Launched as normal user. Could not Send command to scanner. Check scanner status. Scanner status is the same, unchanged. See, oh, that's your fancy new scene switching macros on the keyboard. No, Cody. I'm not sure what you're talking about. This keyboard doesn't control the stream at all. So, we reboot the scanner. No, I did not. That's not a bad thing to try. The black keyboard. I mean, they're both black. Okay, Cody, you're confusing me. Let's just. That keyboard controls stream. This keyboard controls laptop. So what about that one? See what's going on with the keyboard there? This all. So that is the stream one that controls all the camera sources there. That is what that one is. Okay. Oh, you haven't seen it. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a Cherry point of sale keyboard. And I have on order, I don't know when they're going to be delivered, a different version that has a normal 10 key off to the side and then a trackpad about right there. So I'm just using a trackpad right now to get accustomed to that because I want to have all of that integrated. But yeah, that is that thing. So, okay, I restarted the stuff there. See. Yeah, that hard drive. Oh my gosh. So when we were looking at the documents there and we found the sales brochure, iScan still not working. Okay. There was a brochure for a Fujitsu hard drive and it was gorgeous and I really hope to have it. I have two. That's what both of the S100 hard drives are. It's incredible. Clear acrylic case over the platters in the head area. Oh man, it's amazing. I can bring up the thread of it here because holy moly, look at this thing. That is the hard drive. It's insane. You can see the read head, or well, it's read write head on it. It is incredible. So I'm hoping it works, but I also don't even care because it's so pretty. Yeah, it's just wow. And it's very, very big. Where's the picture there? Here it is next to the keyboard that I'm using on this laptop right now. It's incredible. Yeah, this hard drive is bananas. So yeah, that's one of the ones I got with the S100. It's incredible. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that thing out. But let's get back to the scanner stuff. Even if it doesn't work, yeah, good display piece, absolutely. So let's do sudo iScan, see if that works. Because I'm hoping to actually use this thing. Don't drop it on your foot. Yeah, definitely. See, is the Epson Junkware eSCSI Interpreter GT S80 software? Where does it? Oh, hello. I ran it as root and something popped up. It found it. Why? I am in the scanner group. Okay, preview. Oh gosh. Well, I'm glad I ran a document I didn't care about first, because it just ripped it. That sucks. Okay, that was really aggressive. Okay, well, all right, we're switching to things I care even less about to test now. Let me go find a paper somewhere here. How about the directions for a shelf I assembled? That is, yeah. Okay. Perfect for delicate work, yeah. So it was really quick and then scanned backwards, but yeah, you can see it tore the page there in the preview. Ouch. Ugh. Hub, you might be onto some of the UDEV rules missing, I don't know. David, permissions, but what permissions can I change? I mean, it installed, that's the thing, I don't know. I promise I'm not screaming with laughter yet. Yeah. Well, it's a good thing I gave it a test program or page here. A SCSI shredder, yeah, really. Oh man, UDEV equal permission. Yeah, but what do I don't know what to change in UDEV because it's like I didn't set this up. Like I'm gonna have to go make a custom UDEV thing. That's kind of lame to have to do that. See, I'm just yelling about permissions in general, not at you. I understand. All right, let's try this again. I'm gonna give you guys a view of this thing so you can see just how brutal it is. Watch this thing. It is a monster. That is so fast. Of course, it didn't shred that one because I adjusted the guides and stuff a little better this time. That'll work. Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, wait. Did I scan these? You know what? That's not a totally valid test. Okay, so this has no black tire marks. This actually here, you can see these, that black mark, that is the problem that the scanner over there has. The rubber rollers have degraded in that. I'm pretty sure that is from that one, not this one. If I open this up, you can see these are the rubber rollers here, and that's not the same as that. So it's not this one that did that. So that should be fine. Yeah, so we need to put this front away, I guess. So we'll drop that in there. Boom. If I push the button, will that work? Because it tried to do something. Don't try to sell it as a success. You didn't fix the scanner, you broke the shredder yet. I'd be terrified about using it with valuable documents. Yeah. It's, see, user mod paper destroyer. To pair their software on macOS is also of that quality. Great. Hey, what UDEV rule do you set to resolve permissions for treating paperwork like an umbrella? TSA. You could probably adjust the scanning speed. Man, if I could adjust the speed, I totally would. I can adjust the quality. We're gonna do 600 DPI. Let's do like a real scan. Let's see what we can get here. Oh my gosh. This right here is putting a Tux Penguin down on the scanner. I don't know why that's there. I don't think that's the scan button. The scan button's right here. Yes, that's what the Linux budget went to, yeah. Okay, there's the actual scan button. Let's try this. Yeah, we'll just, it's gonna save it as a PCX? No, we want to save it as a, why can't I save it as a PNG? What? That's lame. Should we be scanning his butt? Yeah. Oh man. I guess I'm gonna scan it as a TIFF. Is that color or? Let's cancel. Let's look at a color photo, ADF single-sided, image controls, scale. Oh, that's weird. TIFF or PDF. TDF allow multiple multi-page. Yeah, but I want to control every facet of the PDF. That's what I'm not. I want images, and then I'm going to come up with a manual color processing for the images because I'm not a fan of the crushed monochrome look that most documents are preserved with. So I will be going through and doing ImageMagick color correction with it to get the contrast good on the pages. So I don't actually care what the scanner sets as far as its color, as long as it captures a high enough bit depth that I can work with that, and that it gets it with all within range. Just, you might be onto something there. It could be a weird thing, or they just can't do it for this particular one. I don't know. Let's try a TIFF though. Okay, scan, boom. TIFF is fine for color, yeah. Oh, it's much more sensible when it's not doing a preview scan. That speed was fine. Please load the documents into the automatic document feeder. What do you mean? You just scanned it. Why do I have to put it back in? It just ran through. PDF for the win. When we used to scan books for work, we had one of their Industrial Brother things. We'd slice the binding off the book, stack all 200 pages, scanner feed, then fire, forget 10 minutes later, we got a full PDF of the book. Yeah, I'm going to manually make the PDF, though. I don't want the... Seriously, why does it keep making me put it back in here? I want to manually do all that. Like, I'm not going to rely on their OCR. I want to use custom OCR software so that I can test it and things like that. And just stuff along those lines. Oh, the continue prompt it's generating multiple images, isn't it? Oh, I'm an idiot. So I just scanned it a bunch of times. Where is it? Scans. No, that's a directory I made. Where did it put them? Okay, scan. Yada yada. Is it default? That's what it named it. Okay. Yep, I'm just dumb. Never mind. There it is. Okay, upside down. I'm happy with that. That looks pretty good. That looks way better than I was able to do with the camera. That's so much better. Interesting that it went extra tall, too. Huh. Okay. Let's see. Set to color document, not color photo. What's the difference? That's weird. We can try that, see what happens. Color document. Okay, scan. File name. Let's see. They don't have an option to make a folder, because of course not. Let me do it this way. So I define the page size in scanning. That's max size. Yeah, probably. Probably just need to go somewhere and change it. Let's go with scans and make a test folder in here. Create new folder, test. All right, so we can go there, do it that way. Scans, test, and that'll work. Whatever. I don't care what the file name is, but we're gonna do document. It won't let me change that at all. So I can't actually change it. Unsharp mask. Ooh, you can change document size, auto detect. I don't think I want... Wait, I can't uncheck document size, auto detect now. Okay, these drivers kind of suck. So, all right, image controls. I can't adjust any of that. It's other than brightness and contrast. Tone controls, I can't adjust that either. Wow, all these settings I can't use. Cool. Well, set it 600 DPI, boom, and then do a scan. And we'll put the scan in scans, test, and it's still gonna be TIFF, okay. See, I think you have to do the preview scan before a lot of those unlock. Ah, that would make sense. All right, continue. More like my first GTK app. Honestly, it looks more like Windows GDI. Oh, that's way slower. That is dramatically slower. That's weird. 122 megabytes. But that works. Higher DPI means slower speed. Well, I did a 600 DPI scan the first time too. If anything, it actually looks worse than the other ones. Like if we open this, I'm gonna go ahead and copy one of the ones that dumped into my home folder here. Let's go with this one. So if we look at that and then go to the next image here, this is one of the ones that it scanned before. Yeah, that looks way better actually. It might be the U-sharp mask that it applied, but you can see like the texture of the paper there. But then on this one, it's all a little blurry. So I think I need to rerun this without the U-sharp mask option check. So I'm gonna have to close it because it won't let me. Oh no, there, I can't. All right, let's try it now. Redo. It's, you know, goes to the same folder every time. I wonder if I run it in the scans folder. Actually, let's do that. Hold on, I'm gonna close it. Go back to here, CD, scans, test. I wonder if it'll just run from that directory now. Your first scan was 300 DPI. Are you sure? Oh, it did. Lame. All right, that's annoying. That's weird. It still looks better, though. Huh. CSI levels of zoom. Yeah, well, the whole point here is I'm trying to get, like, permanent archival quality images. So I'm going to put 2 sheets in here. I'm curious if it'll just run through them both, if that's it, and it'll just do it. Okay, so DPI, color document, no unsharp mask. Can't change any of that. Okay, scan. We're in the scan directory. Okay. Default 2, whatever. Go. It's feeding 1, going slow. See, it probably can't do 600 DPI natively. Maybe it does steps 300 DPI and interpolates. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. If I could get my HP4C working, then it would do 2400 interpolated DPI, which would be cool, but oh well. All right, let's see what these look like. Oh man, it kind of made a mess of those, but that's fine, whatever. All right, cancel. So, default 2 here. Let's see what that looks like. This still doesn't look as good. It's like it's blurring it slightly. If we go here, all right, you can, well now, hold on. No, that's not the one. Here we go. Look at the detail on that. Oh, maybe is it adding sharpening? Is that what could be going on with the photo setting? Because I'm seeing a little bit of ringing right there. It's a little dark on the inside there. Because the photo images look better. Like here's 600 DPI. So this is 5,000 by 8,000. But then this one is half the resolution, but actually looks better. There's more usable information there. I'm gonna try color photo at 600 DPI. Color photo, 600 DPI, no U-sharp mask. Scan. I'm gonna do P default. I gotta put the stuff in. David, the command is wish list. I could alias it to Amazon. That wouldn't be the worst idea. The photos will probably always look better. Yeah, I'm thinking that might be the case here. All right, cancel. 600 DPI is the native resolution. Ooh, that's good to know. All right, let's look at this one. That also does... Why does 300 DPI look better? This is 300 DPI. Like, that's better. What? That doesn't make any sense. These are both color photo setting. .3DI look better because the scanning smooth, the poor printing quality. But look at the texture of the paper here. It's like it captures more texture of the paper. It could be that the grain size of the image is like the same, but it just do the sharpening. You know, I guess I can let it sharpen. We'll try that. U-sharp mask. Scan P U. for photo hue sharpen. Okay. Oh, I got to put the thing back in. Normally, my instinct is to not let it use any filters or apply any effects in hardware. But the thing is, if it does it actually in hardware before it processes the image, then it could have more data to work with and end up resulting in a better image overall. So it's complicated. Okay, PU. That might have helped, actually. So this was 300 DPI. That's 600. I think the U-sharp mask is it. Because that's looking more like it. This is just has more contrasty stuff. If we compare this to P default there. Yeah, it's the U-sharp mask. That's it. So there's same, that's better. Okay, so we're going to leave U-sharp mask on, I guess. Interesting. Which is a form of contrast enhancement. You generally want the U-sharp mask on. Yeah, it looks better. See, you can take an actual macro picture of that part of the text for comparison, but it looks like an effect of the printing quality. I think it's okay. I think that we'll leave the U-sharp mask on and then do that. So let's see, your capture the defect in printing. I don't think quite so much. I'm not looking at like the bleeding over here. That is definitely printing defect, but that's fine. I don't care about that. Let's see, another hardware stepping is 400 DPI. Maybe worth a check. We can try 400 DPI, just see what it is. I don't think it's going to be better. PU4. I gotta put the paper back in. I think we're at a point where we can say that it's okay and we'll test a scan. A real scan. Because it's not shredding the paper. I think I got it. I think don't use preview where it's just going to whoosh, rip the paper through. And that'll help. So cancel. Okay. P4. Yeah, that kind of just looks like the same thing with slightly less detail. So I think we'll do 600 and the U-sharp mask. So, all right. Let's go back to this. We're going to set up to scan a real document. Oh, you know what? Let's do actually one more test. I want to do two-sided. So this is a double-sided page. Let's try and scan both at once. So ADF double-sided. I'm curious if it's going to force me to use a PDF. That will suck. TIFF. Okay. I'm going to do it as D default. See what it does. By the way, is that a used scanner? Can't find the usual outlets. It is. Tay-Tay in the chat actually sent it. See, the top of the lid pulls out to support the paper. Ah, what do you know? Cool. I require quantum resolution so I can check the core alignment. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it did both pages at once. So there's one and there's the other. Okay, cool. It looks like the even pages will have a slight red tint. So that's a thing. But that's something I can compensate for with all of the image processing I'll do after the fact. Hello, Laserdisc. Since it's your first time chatting. Yeah, this thing's in really good shape. All right, let's try a real document. So we're going to go, and we are going to remove the spiral here from this, which may end it. And unfortunately, it's actually custom to it printed on there, but I will try to be careful. And then we're just going to feed all of the pages in here through. So this is going to be a really easy document to test with, which is why I want to do it. And the other thing is, let's see, I'm so glad we found a viable path forward on this. Yeah, it's kind of dumb running it as root to get it to work, but So, let's see. By the way, for making the PDF lookup, ScanTailor. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the scanner. It seems like it's okay. Yeah, I'll look up how to make a PDF and do the OCR and all that. For right now, though, I'm just going to get some TIFFs so I have something to work with. But yeah, anyway, reasons this is a good candidate in case it mulches it or something like that. Third-party book. I don't actually need this. It's not directly relevant to the hardware here, so it's good in that way. The second revision of this book has been scanned. You can find that online. So you could actually get a version of this book if you really needed to, but this version, as far as I'm aware, hasn't been scanned. So we will be getting actually good data here if we can scan this. It's just, you know, it's not really directly relevant. So it's a good, you know, sacrificial one as well. So let's go ahead and try and get this scanned or out of the binding. I'm going to try and be careful here so I don't crack it. And this is a fiddly process. So let's see, how many papers can you load at once? I have no idea, but the thickness here is pretty good, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to load the whole book all at once. So that type of binding is an absolute pain. It's not fun. It's cheap though, which is why it's popular. I keep meaning to pick up a reaming punch to do this myself from Goodwill. I've seen a bunch of them, even some pretty nice looking vintage ones, because I would like to be able to print out documents and have my own custom library of manuals that I don't have physical copies of, because that would be kind of handy. This is also the only one of these manuals with this type of binding on it that I have to scan, so I won't have to do this too much. All of the rest of them are staples. That will be pretty much the pain. And then 3 hole punches, which are super easy. And I didn't break a single one, so we can put it back perfectly. There was one that was already broken, but I'm not going to worry about that. I don't know how well it's going to handle the thicker cardboard covers. We'll try that maybe separately here and see how it does, because I don't want it to just wreck everything. So put that in, see how it goes. Do an individual scan. Let me go ahead and make a folder here. CPM book. And I'll cancel this. Go 600 DPI. This is single-sided. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. You know what? Double-sided. We'll capture the faded ink or faded paper color on the other side. Why not? Let's see. Should have gotten a binder machine too. Yeah. Well, I've seen them at Goodwill. One of these days I'll buy them. So upside down. Oh yeah, that's right. That will actually be upside down. That's weird. So it's front. Yeah, it's this thing loads weird. So I hope that scanner doesn't HP LaserJet 5C the thing. My father had that scanner. Intake rollers were too wide. If you don't feed the paper one single sheet at a time, it would go all Dilbert and suck it in, crumple it. Ugh. Yeah, I'm hoping it does well with multiple pages, but we'll see how it goes. See, why did it block the word put? What? Allow. See, put something to measure the pages to the setup. Well, I could print like a ruler, potentially. I guess that would be important. Well, I know it's 600 DPI, so I can use that. Okay, so I am going to scan this. We're going to go CPM book. I'll name it cover front. Okay, see what it does. Ah, it's set to 300 DPI. I'm gonna have to run it through again. But it took it. So that's not a problem. All right, let's see what the quality looks like. Oh, fancy. I like that. There's a little bit of binding. You can see the Moore pattern with the ink dot being an issue, but that's really good overall. I like that. Really expected it to hate that cover? Yeah. Yeah, the lip down there, not the best. I don't think I can remove it. At least not easily. No, it's... I'm not sure how they fed it in there, but yeah, no. Not super easily. See, everything can be removed with enough determination. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not... Is this supposed to come out even more? No? I don't know. That's weird. Let me rescan this at 600 DPI because that was wrong, I guess. I don't know why. And it did it as photo? I don't think we saw a difference between photo and document because it was the UMask, so I'll do document. That back flap folds all the way out. It's wrapped, so you have to pull. See that? Yeah, this. But the thing is that it's kind of, well, maybe. We'll see. Maybe that'll help. All right, so upside down towards the back. It's pinched in. All right. Tap it. Make sure it's down enough. All right. Scan 600. Mask. All right. CPM book. Front. Yes, replace. Go. Well, that's single-sided. It was supposed to be double-sided. So we'll be redoing this one more time. Yeah, that worked. Cody, thank you for the gifted sub. Thanks for showing off the keyboard. Yeah, no problem. See, what I've learned from these various streams is that I need the thrift shop inventory. You need a thrift shop inventory like Shelby's? Yeah, definitely buy as much as you can at thrift stores. That's how I roll. Always thrift shop. Okay, so 600 DPI looks, no, color document looks worse. What? The mask was on. All right, well, we're rescanning this double-sided as photo, and we're going to see what happens. Okay. Ooh, hold on. Color photo. No, now I can't do... What? Color document. Double-sided. Color photo. Color document. Double-sided. Okay. Color photo. Double-sided. 600 DPI. Man, it likes changing the settings on you. Jeez. All right. Shelby, what do you think you'll find a red camera for $5 at Goodwill? There are some film production studios around here, so, you know, could possibly. Scan. CPM book. Front. And overwrite. See. Ooh, 77, page 95 onwards. All right. We will do that as soon as we start getting this stuff fed into there, because I think that'll be a good point where we'll have a moment. You'd quit the internet. All right, that might be good on this. Color photo is sharper. Oh, you can see the dot. Yeah, we're going color photo. That looks better. Oh, Franz, thank you for the sub for your 3 months in a row, or in advance. Wow, thank you. And Yuriketh, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Let's see. We are so close to that goal. We are getting really close, actually. We had more subs now in the last stream than we have left. So there we go, and here's the blank page. Oh yeah, where you can actually see the banding pretty clear. Oh, you can't see anything. Forgot. There's the blank page, and you can kind of see the banding in there. Maybe if I wiggle it back and forth. I don't know if the compression will do it. But here's the cover. So here's what the cover's been looking like when scanned. This is the actual ink of the print there, the ink dots. We could not see that with the color document scan. It was blurring it for some reason. So I'm gonna go color photo on all of these. Is this your first sub ever, Yeriketh? Well, I appreciate that. Oh my gosh! Human being, whoa! Thank you for the 30 gifted subs. David, I'm not blocking curses in chat. Whoa, thank you. Holy moly. So I wasn't expecting that to happen until next month, and my plan was to try. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. All right. Okay, as soon as I can, I will be buying another camera. Whoa! Maybe get a VHS camera from Goodwill. Wow. Okay. Whoa, thank you so much. You are, though, tried an alternative heck earlier and it blocked my message due to channel settings. There are two different kinds of blocks. It might be blocking it, and I didn't see it. I don't know. Yeah. I would prefer you not swear in chat, but, you know, I don't want to block it for quote purposes. So, yeah, but wow, thank you so much. Holy moly. Yeah, it takes I think the day I get paid from Twitch is on like the 14th. So it's going to be a couple of weeks before I get it all actually, and then we can go. But yeah, wow, thank you. So this GoPro here, not going to be getting used in a bit. And then we have the capture card to really put it all together. Wow. Holy moly. Okay, David. Yeah, I didn't see it block it, so it may not have done it. Also, Raktron, hello, since it's your first time chatting. Wow. Whoa. Jout, I still haven't forgot your bite break. We're just gonna have to. We're gonna get started here in a moment. But whoa. Goodbye, GoPro. Yeah. Wow. Okay. All right. Thanks, long-time YouTube viewer. Cool to see you here. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Then someone buys it from the wish list. Yeah. I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh man. Yeah. Wow. Wet tech. Failed sleep. Just face, Cody. Actually, it's face. There we go. That software is how I'm doing it. Franz, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. I really appreciate that. Wow. You guys are amazing. Oh, man. I'd have gotten it sometime this month. Yeah. Oh, wow. How many viewers we have? We have 96 viewers. We probably have. So the way that it works, I've seen this. I'm seeing some names here that are people who frequently watch that weren't subbed yet. So there's that. But the way that it works is people who have watched the stream who are not here at this time will then get a sub. I think if everyone who is currently watching has a sub. So it goes out to people who have watched it. I don't know in what order of precedence. So yeah. Wow, thank you so much. We need to get back to work here. Okay. So The front cover, I'm happy with those scans. Let's do the rear cover, okay? So I'm gonna pull this one out. And we'll scan that. Alrighty, that does happen. I've heard of people getting gift subs here on Twitch and that they only watched once. Yeah, that does. I'll sub after seeing some 8-inch discs image. It's a fair enough challenge. It's gonna happen though. I'm working towards it. Okay, flipped back like that. All right. Let's see, we're double side color photo, 600 DPI. Okay, scan. We're gonna do rear as the name, and we're gonna put it in the CPM book. Go. I did it wrong. The numbers are gonna be backwards. I can flip the numbers, but because the rear is towards the back, it'll treat that as the front. So they would actually put this as the last page. So I'm gonna fix those numbers right now because they are wrong. Where's the cancel? Okay. Why do I not have? Oh, the back is actually monochrome. Okay. Well, not monochrome, but not like super colorific. It has color, just not a ton. All right. Let's do 2. Oh yeah, I got to do them. Hold on. No, not open. 2A, whatever. Rear. 2, 1. There we go. Okay, that's fixed. We can dump the pages in now. So, let me just do some checks here. Like, there's no like little cards in there. Nope. No bookmarks. That's a thicker page there, but you know what? I'll just leave it. We'll see what happens. It'll be the last one. I think we're ready. So let's do this. I'm about to scan my first real document here from the Imzai stuff. Yeah. This is a momentous occasion. This is the start of a lot of work. Because the other thing you don't realize here, I'm actually going to take you with me as I go grab the Byte magazine, because there's a lot more documentation out there I want to scan than you guys even know. So I'll show you what I have ahead of me, but we're going to watch it for a little bit here. But double side, color, 600 DPI, front towards the rear, coming out. All right, UMask on. Scan. CPM book. Inside. Go. Oh yeah. Oh, this is cool. The preservation has begun. I'm going to intentionally not touch it, even though I really badly want to, because I want to see how it handles all the pages coming out. It looks like it's well designed to where they have to fall over each other, so it should not be an issue, and I may just every now and then have to come by and straighten it up a little bit. But that seems like that's working. What happened? Oh. Ooh, that'll be interesting. Okay, let's see if there's a misalignment there. Nope, that looks great. There's maybe a slight little bit that you can tell in the scan. If we go back to here, there's this little bit right there where there's some weird color fringing, but I don't think that that's an actual issue. If I go to the next page, Oh, that's a not great thing. It doubled part of it down to the next page. It kind of messed up there. Ooh. There's a minor misalignment there. That could be a wrinkled page. Huh. Well, this will be interesting. Yeah, that's good, but then this, that page is actually messed up there in the scan. All the other ones look fine though, so we'll see. Although that's not looking right there either. Yeah, there's some stuff going on. What's happening? You might need to put the scanner up on a box and have the pages fall into the tray. Yeah, maybe. That would solve that problem. But I don't know how to solve this problem. That feels like a driver problem. Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe it can't throughput 600 DPI. I wonder if it could be overflowing a buffer or something. Maybe I should drop it to 400 and try again. That'll be really annoying if it has to be 400. Because let me switch you back to this. All right. Every now and then it pauses like that, and then it keeps going, and I think it's messing up right there. It's an amusing corruption, but it's unacceptable because now this text here is not legible. I mean, it is legible because we're humans, but that can't be OCR'd. Maybe do single-sided scan in 2 batches. That could lower the throughput enough. Yeah, maybe. That's an option. Let's try that, actually. I want to do that right now. So let's cancel. All right. Pausing doesn't have to be messing up, could be buffering. Yeah, I think it's a buffer thing, but I think the way that it's doing it is that it's causing other issues. But I really like the idea of, ooh, that's, okay. Yeah, it's slightly pulled on it. I like the idea of doing single-sided and then flipping it all over because that will that'll cut the data rate in half per page, which should fix any buffering issues. First, though, I'm going to explore the option of removing the tray and going direct here. So there's a lip there. There's a lip there. I really don't see how you can remove this. This looks injection molded all the way back there. I don't know how they put it in there. Unless I slid it from the front. Ooh, okay, so how do you get it out of the front? That could go down, technically, sort of, not quite. Just give it a pull. You have to take off that back panel again. Well, there's a lip here though, that's the thing. Like, even if I took off that back panel, this curves to right there. So that's not removable. Will it have the data rate? My double-sided scanner scans faster than doing single-sided, so maybe 2/3. Ooh, that'll be a thing. Move the front half of the tray, then slide the larger back out. Yeah, but I gotta... This is, like, slid into these channels here that go underneath. I can bend it enough to, like, lift it over or under, it would work, but I could pretty easily get that part out. That's not the clear thing. I can get that out. Well, the small tabs lift slightly. The tabs aren't doing anything from what I can tell. These are just to lock it in place back here. So those don't do anything. Those just hold it so it doesn't slide out by accident. The problem is that there's a rail here, and then there's a rail back here as well. I don't know if this was bent to put it in there. If it could be, I don't know how I just misaligned it there. If it could somehow be bent when it's in the back to get it out. Did the scanner eat a page? Tyler Hoot, what happened is as it was scanning, we were getting pages with misaligned data. So let me find one here. There we go. So you can see down here the text is garbled, and I'm thinking it's a buffering issue that it can't handle the throughput of data. But yeah, it did garble a page earlier, but I think it was my fault. I didn't have it aligned correctly. So you could pull it out of the rails. I can't see. Fair enough. There it is. There's the garbled data. So you look at the beveling of the tabs. They were pressed, shoved past the locks initially. Yeah. Does it have rubber pinch rollers? It does. Inside, not here, but inside it does. It's something to do with the back. Somehow you can get it out of the back. I'm pretty... oh, wait, no, that's a rail that goes all the way to the back. Okay, so that can't come out that way either. Man, how did they do this? Can the tiny nubbins be pushed in? These don't do anything. Those are pointless. So what you're saying is we need to slow down to stop the buffer from getting full. Yes, and I'm going to try doing a single-sided print to do that. Actually, I think if the tray's all the way back, it'll just fall out. I don't need to remove it at all. I'm an idiot. I don't think that's required. I think that the paper comes from here and it'll just fall out. I don't need to remove anything. Well, that was a waste of time. I can just leave it. Okay, let me... Yeah, I may not even need to lift it. Actually, just leave it like that. It'll just fall right there. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to go back over to here, and I'm going to actually show the laptop this time. We're going to close this. I'm going to delete all of these because they're unacceptable. Okay, we're going to go to ADF single-sided, color photo, 600 DPI. UMask is on. Okay. I'll take the documents. You just really know the scanner now? Yeah. Okay. That's on. The paper stack is in there. Scan, CPM book, inside. And how are there any left? Oh, I left one. I'll just tell it to continue, whatever. Ooh, wait, you know what? Actually, I should cancel inside odd. All right, let's go back to this. And yeah, they just go over, so complete waste of time there. So now we're looking to see if it pauses at all. That seems about the same speed, so I'm not sure that it went any faster. So we might be getting truly half the data rate. So yeah, has 2x scanners in it to do double-sided? Yes, it does. So what'll happen here is I'll scan it like this, then I'll just flip the whole stack over, scan it the other way, and then I will have to reverse the order of the pages of the scan. As long as it isn't freezing, I think we're good. I think so, but I am gonna I'm gonna check on the stuff in a little bit here. Ooh, that's interesting. I didn't notice that. That's the page that was bad. So it was this side that wasn't working correctly. So it's also possible that the scanner on the front could be bad. Not necessarily that it was a data rate. I didn't pay attention to which ones are having the issue. But all right, I'm gonna look through the document, see if there's any with problems. So far, all the scanned pages are good. That could absolutely be why it was a Goodwill. I'll accept this. I don't need double-sided scanning. It would be nice, but honestly, it's not going to take me that much longer. It's just going to double the scanning time, and this is mostly unmonitored time, so it doesn't matter. So just too fast for the scanner's processor potentially. So you didn't think of this until just now. It could have been the host device pausing the bus. This is a very modern laptop. I don't think it would be that. It should be able to handle whatever. But yeah. Yeah, the automation is. It's not significantly more work though to flip them over and scan them the other way. The trick is interleaving the files in post. To a Linux user, that kind of work is nothing. So I'm not worried about that. All right, I'm gonna look through the pages that scanned here again. And then I think we're gonna call this good. And we'll go grab that issue of Byte. There is nothing wrong with any of the pages. Okay, I think we solved it. It's either the top scanner or the bit rate. Yeah, the ADF itself is a huge time save, massive time save. So, all right, win. Program piping is basically cheating, yeah. All right, so what I'm gonna do here while we go is I'm gonna just give you a quick look at my library area. Grab a bite, sounds like you're hungry. Yeah, so that is November 77. So, all right, I need to come over to this and I need to start a thing here. Okay, and then I believe this will work. We can go to here and boom, phone cam. Alrighty, let's go on an adventure. All right. So off into the front. I'm just gonna quickly come over here, make sure my keys are fully hidden. We have my bookshelf area, which has become a slight trash that needs to get out of the office storage area, and this light is not feeling like working today. It was yesterday. But this is all of the documentation so far. So we need Byte from 77. Oh yeah, here's that other IMSI thing that I mentioned I have. That's the Mylar label, and I have it there because it's safe right there. But we need September, October. Oh, I must have November out because I was referencing something that you probably wanted to see in a video. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go find that. That's gonna be a little more complicated. But anyway, over here is a bunch of other stuff. These are HP Series 80 documents, for example, and these came with manuals. Ooh, that sucks, it's glue bound. We have a spiral bound one though, and we could potentially, oh, that's kind of pointless. Well, I wanted to scan this stuff, but that's gonna be like a whole thing there to scan. I don't wanna necessarily rip that apart. So, okay, that wasn't as useful as I thought. We'll go to something else down here that, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave that. I know I'm gonna be able to scan TRS-80 documentation. This is something I picked up actually quite some time ago now, during the middle of my move, and I couldn't really talk about it. But all of this is TRS-80 docs that I don't know have been scanned and backed up online, and I want to go through these as well. So that's a plan. That'll be after the more critical IMSI documentation, because that's even rarer, and some of that's probably already scanned, but that's part of what I want to go through. And then apparently Microsoft stuff actually needs to be scanned. So we're going to do the Microsoft Windows Resource Kit there. Probably anything else I can find. VB Tools probably, that's not a Microsoft product, but probably worth scanning. But I will go through any of that stuff as well. So pretty much I consider all of that on the table for scanning now, because I don't know what the history is. And then some other things, like I have some Tektronix manuals here. Those are probably worth scanning. I don't know if those will have been, maybe, because people like that stuff. But yeah, there's a lot to go through. LDOS, that's a binder that's probably worth scanning. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at there. Now I need to go find that issue of Byte. I think I have them all in a stack right here. So you want November 77, it's March 76, December 81, September 81, November 76, that's Popular Electronics, that's the first issue. That's also Popular Electronics, that's Popular Electronics as well. Did we already look at it? Is it over on the Data General? Is that what's going on? Is it back here? June 86. How am I missing an issue? It's just got to be somewhere here. Let's just go, because I'm back. Hi. It's right on the shelf. Oh, it's on display. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Yes, okay, it's the one with the really pretty cover. I've been waiting for the day that I do that, and I mess it up because I had one of those. So, Soggy Electric, gotta get back to work? All right. Hope it goes well, whatever you're working on. Oh man, that was hilarious. All right, let me put this issue over here. All right, let me catch up here. There's probably one liner out there already made to do it. Yeah, I'll make the one liner for interleaving the pages. That won't be a problem. Let's see. Okay, Shelby should get an earpiece. We're shot out about comments. Well, when I eventually get TTS working, we'll be able to do something like that. Let's see, going live Sunday night US time. Ooh, cool. Check out Usagi then, if they're going live. That'll be fun. So, all right, let's take a look at this. Slightly cramped for space here. I think I can do this over here, though. This, you know what? I can move the scanner. It's not that sensitive. Just do it between documents. That'll give me more space over here, which I think camera can reach. New video is. Internet isn't fast enough for live streaming. Okay. Alrighty. So first off here, you wanted page 94 onwards. 5-minute timer.
Okay, 5 minutes. Starting now.
Is this going to be the Computar, the one that Commodore Z looked at? $90, 94. Okay. Oh, is it just a bunch of S100 ads? Is that what you wanted to see? Because there do seem to be a bunch here. So we have one over here for a Digital Microsystems 16K static. Oh, it just finished scanning. Okay, well, we're going to run this out and then I'll get to that. That was quick. So we got 64K. This is the thing. I don't know how much RAM my system has in it and how it's distributed, because it's, oh, yes, that is it. Okay. All right, we'll switch to this then. So this, if you guys have seen Commodore Z's work, he has a 6502 front panel computer that he built. I covered this when I went to VCS and did a video about it, and it is based off of this article right here. So this is one of the really cool technical documents that Byte did, and this is going into how this system was built and the structure and layout of it, and this is really cool because this is a homebrew computer, and they're talking about everything about it. It has a backplane for cards there. Here is the routing of how the computer works, which is so cool to see. And let's see. So I'm gonna have to take off in a few. No problem, Cody. And then an actual schematic with logic chips there. We got real 74 series stuff. Yeah, this is really cool. You know, I can't believe it. I hadn't actually looked at this until now. And I knew this was one of the things that was like, this is one of the cool reasons to have Byte, is to be able to reference stuff like this. And I've been meaning to look at this, but I just hadn't. But yeah, it's a lot of pages in here. I think it's like 20 pages of how this thing is built. And then, ooh, there we have a board layout of all the parts. Because this is a very, very in-depth document in here. So, you miss magazines like this? Yeah, it is really nice. Yeah, oh, the vector's very pretty there. Nope, we're still going. There's still more. But yeah, so Commodore Z based his project off of this. I don't think that it's necessarily a direct clone, but it is inspired by, and it uses a lot of the design in this. And this was a really good way of starting out to build a system like this. And nowadays, one of the things I would want to ask him, maybe if I go to another VCF event, I do want to, I just have to actually do it sometime. I would really like to talk to him more about the experience of going through this as a magazine and finding the parts and sourcing everything, because doing it through the vintage way of reading about it and then doing it has got to be a completely other experience on its own, rather than just actually building the thing, because there's two sides to that coin. Because you can find, you know, schematics and directions online, but he had to go through and look at these, how it was laid out, how it was set up, and then figure out which parts he needed from that, which is really fascinating. It's a very impressive project. It's really cool. So yeah, this is long too. There's a lot here. So it is just fascinating. This is, wow, okay, this is a loader of some kind. The front panel service program. The program is resident programmable read-only memory wired for address to that. The listing is a symbolic assembly listing language version of the program combined with the hand-assembled object code provided by the author. The information at the end of the ROM area includes the interrupt vectors, which are implemented in the computer system. That's so cool. So software, like a BIOS almost, if it's an interrupt system. Man. Very, very cool. Ooh, Kim 1S 100 bus extension. Yeah, that is really cool to see there. Timer's running out in the background. That's okay, that is it. But yeah, that is fascinating. I'm gonna have to sit down and read through that more on my own at some point, because there's so much there that we could barely flip through all the pages quickly enough to see it. Yeah. Hello, Rickia. And let's see. I'm partway getting all the parts to build it. Oh, that's cool, Jout. That is super cool. Oh, that's got to be a lot of fun. Smoke signal broadcasting? I'm not sure what you mean, Cookie Jar. It looks like I've dropped 722 frames, and I, in a panic after I started the stream, had to run over and turn the fan on for the modem because I forgot to do that beforehand. Hardly Wogan, yes. Human being and Franz both contributed a lot of subs during this stream to make that happen, and I'm incredibly appreciative of it. Smoke Signal is an S100 company. Ah, okay. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, is the goal not gone away? Do I have to like manually clear that? Is that what's going on? Goal. Okay, end goal. So I don't know what that'll do. I don't know how that works out on Twitch, but yeah, there we go. So, that's still showing up there. You know what? Actually, let's go over to the scanner stuff. Actually, let me go to somewhere else here real quick. Like, okay, so the scanner pages. Let's see what the results look like here. So we have page 1. I'm not seeing any significant issues there. So, human being did a lot. Yeah, I'm really appreciative of that. Let's see, Shelby needs to watch more Adrian's. Yeah, I don't have, I miss out on a lot of other people's YouTube channels because I just don't have the time. I'm really time strapped here. Even the channels that I've watched in the past that I really enjoy, I don't get the chance to watch. Like, I've mentioned this one on stream before. Adrian's, or not, I do enjoy Adrian's videos. It's just, Accursed Farms is who I meant to say. I haven't got to see a lot of their newer videos, so, yeah. But yeah, let's see. Didn't Adrian Black mention Smoke Signal Broadcasters working on? Yeah, probably. That would make sense. Okay, so let's see. Let's go through these pages and check them all for errors now. So the errors are pretty easy to spot. They'd shift the page end there quite a bit. This is looking really good. There were definitely errors before this far in. Also, looking at the position of the binding there, these are very rock salt. Oh, excuse me. Well aligned page to page. Yeah, these are looking really, really good. The alignment is great, so when I go to automate cropping these, that'll work out well. Yeah, I'm seeing almost no errors. It looks like every single one of them has some kind of issue up top here that could potentially be a problem with the way that the scanner grabs the pages and this having this hole cut out of it. There's not going to be a whole lot I can do about that for the final versions. We're into the index here. That probably had no pages with issues. Yep, no pages with issues. So, perfect. Awesome. Oh, man, that is great. So, we definitely successfully scanned those now. So, what I can do, we can come over to here, and I will just flip these over, and we'll run it through the other way. Wait, did it get this page? Oh, there were a couple more things here. Yeah, they're all good. Okay, did get that. Excellent. Alrighty. If sacrificing double-sided scans is the only concession I'd call this a win, absolutely. Yeah, I'm very happy with this. All right. So we scanned it through this way last time. So now I'm going to scan it through this way. Yeah, that'll be because I'll have to reverse the order of the pages. But that will work for making sure that we get the other sides of the pages. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this in here. It's not quite as well. I'm not sure how necessary this part is, and I'm a little afraid of how necessary it is, because this book is in pretty good shape. Not everything here is, though. So this will be... That could be a problem later on. Also, this is putting the thicker card page at the end there, so it's possible this could move too many pages at once for this. I really don't understand how the single page grabbing works. It's kind of magic to me. I would like to understand that more, but I do not. But all right, let's go ahead and get back to the software here. I guess I could just continue and then just cut it in half. You know what? Why not? There's no reason not to. Continue. Sure. I'm going to watch it here, make sure it grabs the correct number of pages. This should be the card. Yep, single. That should be fine. I think it's going to be good. Boom. Don't the file name? And the file name says odd, but it really doesn't matter. As long it continued them on like it needed to. So I can see it started adding. It's got a 51 and a 52. I can see. So it's a 100-page book, I guess. So actually, after page 50, it's the even side. So I can just do it that way. See, I think the first Akipuku video I watched was a Coleco Atom Power Supply. Possibly. That one was really good. I really need to get back to that project. There's just been so many other things, and I got to buy a bunch of stuff and redesign and get boards, and oh man. That will probably be updated in a stream at some point, actually. I keep meaning to do both that and the ATX PC Junior as updates in streams at some point, but there's too much other stuff going on that's feeding into projects that I'm currently working on, so yeah. Let's see. But all right, that's working. So, all right, what do I do now? Well, it's doing something. So this is the thing. Here's my plan, all right? The next stream that we're gonna do is going to be, I guess I can just be here because you can watch this in the small view. The next stream on Sunday will be about the floppy drive. We're gonna try and get that going and try to disk image with it. That's my goal, is to disk image an 8-inch floppy disk on Sunday. So we're gonna put the power supply back together. We're gonna load test it with the HP. And then we're going to hopefully do some disk imaging. And I'm saying this because while this thing is scanning here, we kind of have like downtime. And I would like to do scans in streams and do archiving streams. So my plan is, while I'm doing scans like this, to also be doing disk images, which are gonna go quicker and be a little bit more hands-on. So I can simultaneously work on archiving projects at the same time. That's my goal. So for this stream, I don't really have a setup for that, but that'll be, we're just gonna sit while it works because this is the test run. So, but yeah, that's my plan. Wow, you really want subs? Failed sleep, that is not why. It's because, I don't know if you were here earlier for this part. This board here is an adapter that's going between the CryoFlux I have and this SCSI cable, but this board is what I needed to be able to connect the 8-inch disk drives, and it was delivered 2 days ago. So I wasn't able to start working on getting images made of 8-inch discs until I had that, and now I do. But I want to make a video next week about the document scanning progress that I'm making, and I wanted to get this stream done first. So that's why we're doing this one right now. But this one will be next, and then in the background, actually, I'm probably, well, maybe today. How far are we into the stream? Well, okay, yeah. So today I want to go ahead and scan this, which is the Basic E reference manual. So I want to, or the user's guide. I want to get this scanned. This might actually be next because this thing's proving to be fairly good here. And then I want to get the actual reference manual that is in this binder right here scanned. And then a couple of other documents that I've marked as critical. So we're actually going to do some more scanning today after this. Because then in the video, I can say, all right, here's the list of the books I've got. Here's what I need to scan, and I'm going to move forward with that. But here are some books that I've already scanned that were the most important. That way I can show progress. Because one of the things I'm trying to do with the S100 stuff is, as I work on it, I'm trying to, instead of like the data general stuff where so far I've like, oh look, here it is again, it's still around, nothing's happened. I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to say, here is the actual progress that I'm making, and here are results. So I'm trying to do that more now, and that's why we're doing this, because I want to get some good scans done today, and then I'm going to go home and I'm going to figure out how I'm going to process these into PDFs. But I want to get something that I can show that, like, here's actual work done, and then describe how we're going forward. So let's see. Found Akipuku from Draga1. Yep. See. Yeah, that definitely happened. Say, I love these types of boring, these types of long archiving streams since it's just calming. Yeah, we are going to settle into doing some of these more regularly now as we get closer to having the ability to do this. Let's see, the adapter got there fast. Yeah, it did really fast. Can we get a cat update? Cat's doing fine. Unfortunately, I really can't bring him to the office. It's not like part of the lease that states that I can't. It's just, you tried putting a cat in a car? I'm not doing that every day. So, yeah. See, not really sure about the first video watch was. It was maybe the Windows 98 20th anniversary build. Yeah, so fun fact, I had 4,000 subscribers when I put up that video, and it got 6 million views. Not all at once, of course, but yeah, that's when I put it up. So that's something. See, you finished scanning your Data General Basic Manual. Sweet. See, plain old recommendations from 8BitGuy videos? The car is really not a practical thing? Yeah, not fun. No. Yeah, it is, you know, Cody, it's kind of crazy to think I have been doing this for 5 years now. It's kind of bananas. Like, whoa. Part of that, though, is just, you know, the 2020s. The time stopped. We are 3 years into the 2020s now, and it does not feel like it. Wow. It's been 17, 18, 19. I've been doing it for 6 years, and half of that COVID's existed. That's insane. Oh, man. Yeah, wow. See, so I don't think I've been watching since the beginning, but I remember when the RAM upgrade hardware video came out. But I remember, if you remember when that video came out, you've basically been watching since the beginning, Just. So, yeah. Whoa, I found pants. Thank you for subscribing for 6 months in advance. Wow. That helps a lot. I appreciate that. See, that's the cat on your face kind of meme territory. Let's see. I don't know that one in particular, but yeah, that's about what would happen. The cat would not be thrilled with that. So I get that. There's a chef I follow on YouTube who made videos for years, but only exploded in views and subs after making homemade Coca-Cola. Yeah, especially if they made it in the last 3 years, or specifically 2020 or 2021. So, yeah, you moved, Cody. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think I subscribed before the Windows 98 video, but it's been so long I can't remember. Yeah, it's really hard to say whether or not. See, did you dump your old 3D printing videos? I'm not sure what you mean. They should still be up. I'm not really actively making more 3D printing videos. But, yeah. See, 3, it feels like 15. Yeah, really. So I recall when you said something like, yeah, I think I'm going to try and make this my thing. It was a while ago. And that was a lot of 4K sub multiples ago. Yeah. Hello, Pille Pal. Let's see. All right. We don't have too many pages left. Oh, no, there's a few. There's like maybe 10 more. See, I can go ahead and check those now for errors while it's going. So 50 and on. That it hasn't paused once tells me that it's either throughput or the other side of the scanner, though. It's fine like this. There are no issues now. Yeah, every single page it's scanned has been fine. That's excellent. Gotta go off, Cody? No problem. See you later. Oh, there's one slightly crooked page. I mean, that's just gonna happen. That's one thing I'm gonna, oh, a couple of crooked pages. That's one thing I'm gonna have to consider is going through and manually editing pages that have issues like that. I want to, but I have a lot of work ahead of me, so I don't know that it'll be practical to. So, Ooh, that's cool. It's a thing that talks about the sector structure of disks. See. Man, looking back on those older videos and that Star Trek font one, that was a Flintstones font pack. Ah, cool. That Star Trek one, that was interesting. There was a lot of things learned in that video. It's funny, I have actually acquired quite a few more font packs since then, too. See, the quality of what you just did is head and shoulders over some scans I've had to use. Well, the thing is, okay, oh, finished. The thing is a lot of people will take scans of this quality and then intentionally reduce them to make the file size smaller. It's like, okay, let's look at this here. Let's go into capture, all right? So we're done, we got the scans, here's what they look like. They all look fantastic, there are no issues. So we're done, we got this, that's perfect. But what, the thing is now, let's look at how big this folder is, all right? Properties. It is 12 gigs. That much paper, 12 gigs, all right? To put that in perspective, okay, that's how much that is. I probably have that much paper that I need to scan. So that's why, but these are TIFFs. I think they're actually uncompressed. So we're going to be adding compression to this. I mean, like I could run a basic ImageMagick command here and we could just figure out what this will be as PNGs alone. I'm actually curious. Let's do this. F10, PNGs. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna make this convert CPM book star. Actually, for file in CPM book star, we will do convert file. Is that? Yeah, that'll have the full path. And we will do, ooh, that will have the full path. That's gonna be PNGs, CPM dash book, whoops. For file, do convert PNG file dot PNG. Done. Boom. Okay. Unable to open image. No such file or directory. Oh, because it's plural. Okay. Boom. There we go. Okay, so it's chewing on them now. Oh, that is slow. Whoa, really? It's that slow, huh? Dang. Where's my file sizes? Why is it not showing any file sizes? That's weird. Size, there we go. Okay. So it's cutting it down by over a half. By over half. That's really not great. That's gonna be a 6 gig PDF. Holy moly. Maybe we should do JPEGs. It'll probably be JPEGs in reality. So, you know, let's just go ahead and cancel that. I'm going to make a new folder, JPG. Oh, man, I really misspelled that. JPG. Let's see. Let's see, between this and CryoFlux images, the CryoFlux is really not that bad. That's like 50 megabytes, that's nothing. See, there's also proverbial scan on fax machine. Oh, yeah. See, what scanner? This is an Epson GTS50 that was sent to me by Tete Consuelos in the chat here. What about using TIFF's native compression? I don't know that any of the software I have can do that. Well, I mean, ImageMagick probably can, but I can't get this to output that there, so. So yeah, but the C version of my shop manual is low quality scans? Probably. They also will do like a monochrome version of the scan, so just really save space. So See, storing high quality sources shouldn't be an issue these days. Exactly. See, black and white plus spot color, you can reduce the size from full color. Yes, but I don't like that quality. I'm really not happy with that. So you can create some skips, automatically convert TIFF to PNG as folders and scan drops and files. I could, Yerketh. I could definitely do that. Right now, I'm just trying to get this to stop. Why is it not? See, you ought to be able to reduce color depth first, then get better size. I don't know what the TIFF color depth is. Let's see, Gwenview. Is there metadata I can get here? Just Dolphin, show me metadata. Properties. See, if the scanner output is uncompressed TIFF, then it's not a TIFF problem. Well, I mean, yeah. See, TIFF, I don't know. I could calculate the bit depth, but that sounds complicated. Hellcroft missed stream today. Yeah, this was it was on the schedule, but not like totally unscheduled. But yeah, no problem. You did miss. We reached the camera goal though. Like, whoa. Some really amazing people here right now. See, why is this not stopping? All right, I'm just gonna grab this, copy, and then I'm gonna go up to here, Shift F4, open a new tab, paste that, change it to JPG, and JPG, boom. Syntax error, near do. Oh, 4, boom. Okay, no such file. Okay, hold on. Stop it. Oh my gosh. Okay, no, I don't want a full screen. I want to close it. Close. Close window. Okay. Shift F4. What was the problem here? See, when you get down to it, I want the ultimate in small. You want to vectorize. Think of the difference between FLAC. So Hellencroft, what we've done so far is I'll give you the walkthrough. So this is an Epson GT-S50 scanner that was sent to me by Tay Consuelos here in the chat. And the first thing I did was open it up and hack in a new power connector that's just a barrel jack connector, and I'm currently powering it from the HP power supply over there, just outputting 24 volts because that's what it needs. That was very, very simple. Absolutely incredibly, almost like they wanted you to be able to do it easy. So there's that. We did a test scan of a book here that I have, a CPM primer. And this is the one that had the slightly failed binding, and only the one that was already broken was bad, so I actually managed to get that off without doing any further damage to it. But I wanted to scan this because a second revision of this has already been scanned, so it wasn't totally crucial if this ate a page, which it actually did at first with a digital research software license agreement, which scared me a little bit, but it was my fault because I didn't have the guides adjusted correctly. So I'm not going to blame the scanner for that. And what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to be processing the images from the scanner now that I have a full set, because this full set is 12 gigabytes in file size. So I'm trying to see what it'll be like to try and make everything a more sensible quality level. See, I just remember in an earlier stream someone mentioned that they've created a game for DG that runs most Novas, but can't remember who. Jout, that was Gadget Blues. That was who it was. So he's scanning the TARD page on a flatbed again? No, it's not a critical page. It's just a digital research software license agreement. I'm not that worried about it. I could do that if I want to get that in there, but it's not like a big deal thing. I'm not even sure where I would put that. Just like one sheet up on archive.org. I don't know. I could. I don't know what it went with though. It's just like a lost in the shuffle of everything kind of sheet. So I don't know what I'd do with it. Okay. Oh, I didn't make the CPM book folder in JPEG here. That's the problem. That's why it crashed. Okay. Now I can run this. Boom. Okay. So this is going a lot quicker 27, 10. Okay, so we're getting 10% of the file size with JPEG. So this is going to be a 1 gig PDF now. Okay. Well, that's if it stores the images in full quality. We may not need 600 DPI for the PDF, but that'll be a thing. So that is good to know. And it processes that so much faster to JPEG than PNG. Why? That's weird. But yeah, a lot of the stream was just fighting stupid drivers to get the scanner working with Linux. I'm running the scanner program, which is actually the OEM Epson scanner program, which is kind of cool, but I have to run it as root for some dumb reason. We're thinking maybe there's a UDEV rule issue with it, but that's about it. I don't know what it is. But running it as root solves the problem, so we got that going. Disk write speed. This is NVMe. It's Gen 3. This supports Gen 4, if I remember right. So it could be that, but I don't know. Can see if it's CPU load. I don't think this will show disk activity. I don't have iTop. Oh, it shows utilization, but not, or capacity. So, ImageMagick is a hog. Yeah, CPU is just it's not doing nothing. Huh. Whoa, I've never seen this before. I've never run the system monitor on this laptop. This is very different. They've made this a lot better for high processor count systems. This is cool. I like this. Okay. See, I like it. I can translate between CBasic and MS Quick Basic. Oh, that's interesting. See, network rates, token ring. Is this showing something like that? Ah, that's annoying. All right. See, where do the Amazon gift list items get sent to? They get sent to my P.O. box. That's where they go. And it's really annoying because I don't get proper notifications at my P.O. box when stuff is delivered. So when I have anything that's in flux from Amazon, I just end up going like every 2 days. So, and the other thing is if someone gets something and then it doesn't show up, I don't have any information for it. Like there was a 44-pin IDE cable on there for the PC104 computer. It hasn't shown up. And unfortunately, I know that the post office sucks at putting the packages in correctly. This is actually like a whole thing. I'm getting kind of close to switching to a different PO box provider because it's getting really bad. The box with the computer parts for the Threadripper system and the 1080 that's going to need to be water cooled. They didn't give me that at first when I walked in there. I walked in there, I had the tracking information, and I said, oh, I need a package, and they went away, and they came back with a different package that was for me, but they're like, okay, there you go. And I'm like, I think I have another one. And they're like, I didn't see anything. And I'm like, here's the tracking information. And he went back, and he had to go scour for it. But I've also had them misdeliver stuff to the wrong P.O. boxes. So I don't actually know that this stuff is getting to me when it should be, or if maybe someone canceled an order and it shows up as a purchased item still on my end on the wish list. So I don't know what the deal is. But yeah, it's getting kind of frustrating. So I don't have a way of tracking it. I don't know when it's delivered because USPS is supposed to give you a service called Informed Delivery where they email you every time you have packages coming. It just straight up does not work for my P.O. box. It works for the house, doesn't work for the P.O. box like it's supposed to. So it's really bad, which is frustrating because the people there are actually nice and I like interacting with them, but the service is not tremendous. So yeah, so I wish I could get like tracking information for Amazon wishlist stuff, but they really are obsessive about it not being like something you can keep track of. So there's whatever. So yeah, at least I don't keep breaking CRT monitors like my post office. That's because I don't give them the chance. I don't mail stuff that I don't CRTs do not get mailed. So one way or another. Informed Delivery sends me 2 emails for every update. That's great. Have you moved and had it done twice? Because yeah, that can be happen there. See, I heard that the expensive wish list item is on its way right now. All right. That'll be, I will be keeping an eye out for that. See, I thought P.O. boxes were virtual these days. I could pay $50 a month to have them forward the mail to my house, but that's a lot of money to do that. I pay about, it's between $60 and $80 every 6 months for just normal P.O. box access. So it's like $10 or $12 a month, which is way cheaper. So you talk to your local postmaster. A lot of USPS folks are really nice and believe in their job. For every idiot, there's two that are incredibly awesome. Yeah, I have had to do that for some things, but it's just there's this long trend of issues. So, like again, that 44-pin cable, I don't know if that is supposed to have been delivered already or not, or if it's just taking a long time because it's a third-party seller, or if it's gone, like I delivered it to the wrong box and someone just threw it away. I don't know. So it's really frustrating. Even if it was free to get to your house, who would want them to have another chance to lose it? That's another thing. It's just, So I don't know, I'm thinking about going with UPS, but that might cause me issues with different services that I can accept, because with USPS, I can have it come from anywhere. So I don't know. It's frustrating. I don't know why this, okay, there it ended. All right, we have everything. Have you talked to them about the issues being a long, ongoing thing? I haven't. I've had multiple times where I've had the wrong mail delivered to my box and I've gone and given it to them. The next time I have something like that, I might bring it up because it is frustrating. So. But I would like to have like actual evidence when I bring it up to them because it's really annoying. Okay, so it's 1.2 gigs, literally exactly 10%. So after the JPEG conversion, 10%. So I don't know why there should be another delivery. You just have to treat Trio Box as an alias. Boom, done. No. They're really, it can't be. You do have to pay for it. I 100% agree you have to pay for it because. Let's say I have a package that's really big and heavy get delivered to the P.O. box, and then it has to be taken to my house. That's an additional delivery that is not paid for. The payment made is only for the distance to the P.O. box. So if the P.O. box is far away from my house, it will cost them money to take it to me. That is not accounted for in the initial delivery fee. So I agree there should be a cost. It's just kind of high, that's all. PillyPale. All right, I'm not allowed to use Python as a calculator for the rest of the stream. This is a redemption that I added that I keep forgetting to mention on stream here. So this is just a good time to do that. I added a redemption where I'm now not allowed to use Python as a calculator. So like it's a really common thing for me to just come up here and do Python and then do a calculation in there. When I'm on stream, you can't see it because it's off screen, but I'll run like Python here and then I'll use the interpreter. Ooh, Python 4, the future. But now I can't because it was banned. So I'll either have to use a physical calculator. Well, I have to use a physical calculator. I'll use like my HP41CX that's in my laptop bag at my feet here, or I'll go grab something else. I don't know that we're gonna do math on this one, this stream. So I don't know that that was a redemption that'll make an impact here, but that's an option going forward in the future. If you see me using Python, I encourage you to ban Python because I'm just going to do it without even thinking about it. And then I never use my vintage calculators. So this is meant to incentivize me to use vintage calculators, or coerce me more accurately. So let's see. Have you seen this manga from DG about the different types of peripherals? Let's take a look here. Programmers reference peripherals. 344 pages. Whoa, that's a lot of peripherals. This could potentially be really helpful if this goes over like all of the board's terminals, huh? Teletypes, DGC displays 6012. Interesting. I will have to look at that. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff there. All right. I had problems with sending stuff to a UK PO box from out of the UK. They had a delivery company that didn't have access to the PO boxes. It was in purgatory for over a week. So the way that USPS works is they give me a fake suite address, and that's what Amazon delivers food. When someone asks to mail me something, I give that to them. I never have ever given anyone the actual PO box address because that only works for other USPS shipping services, FedEx, UPS, DHL, whatever international ones. They're going to say they can't do it. So I just give them the fake street address. And I've not had any issues with that so far. Other than, I think, one person who was told no by UPS when they said it was a PO box. And I tell people, if you have a problem with that, go to another location and don't tell them it's a PO box, and then it'll work. So. See, need to use the Monroe calculator from the last video. Exactly, that's why. So now I would go grab that one because it would be fun to use that. But yeah. So I get why more it to the PO box at all. Read on the package while sorting. Frank Smith. Well, because the thing is like, say I'm 10 miles away from my post office. That's 10 miles that they have to put the package on the truck and drive it to get here. So that's why it would be an extra cost. Let's see. See, does qualculate count? I'm not familiar with what that is. If someone has like I think Zonch is a Xonch shell is the Python-like interpreter. If there's something else like that that allows you to have Python like in your normal terminal, I'm interested because I would like to have that native. See, how do you prop the door? USPS spoofing. Yeah, kind of. I should get some more work done here. Okay. I'm not going to process images on stream. So we're kind of done with this book, I guess. I should put the binding back in. And I think we're going to scan a basic E document next because I don't have any issues with that. We got this scanned perfectly. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and put this back together. So... I'm going to be putting the binding back in here. This is not going to be fun. It's a calculator app that has units and lots of other CS features. Interesting. I will have to look into that. Okay, that is all pretty well aligned now. Mostly up top, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and try and rebind this. So you got a Raspberry Pi Pico, it can run Python? Well, I need an interface then. A Python calculator, though. People are all about CyberDeck type terminal things. That would be kind of fun to make a Python calculator out of that. Ooh, I like that. Interesting. So USPS is the only reliable carrier in my area. I've repeatedly thought about sending C&D letters. Wow, that's interesting. So you use terminal over the USB port. Oh, that sounds awful. No, I'm thinking like a little OLED display and then a keyboard that just has enough keys to actually do math. That would be interesting. And then have keys that have hotkeys for other functions like import. Like it could be like a spectrum where I would have like shift and then I, and it would automatically type in import, and then I could type in like the, but module names, that would be a problem. Zonch, yeah, that mixes Python and shell syntax. I love it, though there are some broken, some bash features that I sorely miss. Yeah, that's why I stopped using it. The bash compatibility was just too poor, and I really need bash to work. So, all right, let's start getting these in here. This part's a pain, and this is likely to snap, break, all that stuff. I'm not looking forward to this. Ooh, maybe over the edge of the table. That might work out better. I just really don't want to snap the binding if I can avoid it. All right, that one's through. All right, I think we're on track. See, my Steam Deck is coming incredibly slowly on FedEx, so at least you're getting it. That's awesome. See, I want have a binder machine from the old office, but I didn't want to give it away. Check Goodwills. I see them there pretty commonly. I need to get one. I need to pick one up at some point. I keep meaning to, because like I said earlier, I want to be able to print my own manuals from PDFs of other scans so I can just have them locally. I think that would be awesome. I get there, I see it, and I'm like, oh man, it's a big heavy thing. I don't really want to have that sitting around. And then I get here and I'm like, I want it though. So I'm gonna have to convince myself to actually buy it at some point. See, I got my Steam Decks a couple of weeks ago, totally worth the wait. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna have to tell me twice. A pocket-sized-ish portable x86 machine. Ooh, that's contemporary. Oh man. That's gonna be sweet. All right, go ahead and check. All the pages are actually getting in there. Yep, feels like it. All right. See, there are tools to put spirals in. Yeah, I bet. See, desktop integration, slightly annoying using built-in touchpad, but overall great. I'm gonna get the dock when mine actually shows up. I want the official dock, but I want it, I don't plan on using it as a desktop replacement system ever. I don't think it's gonna be for me. So I'm not sure how its desktop usage is gonna work out. I definitely want to be able to connect it to a monitor to continue playing games, but it'll be interesting. I'm really curious how I'm gonna end up using it. All right, and there we are. I think I went through everything. I'm gonna put that last one in there because I still have it. See, I've looked through the hard drive section. I think it mentioned some of the 6X. Ooh, but not the floppy drive. Oh. Yeah, oh, fun fact about that floppy drive, actually. Adrian and I actually discovered something. I was talking with him the other day while I was here setting up for filming that Monroe video. And that floppy drive kind of sucks. There's a problem that I'm going to have to solve that I'm not looking forward to. And it means I'm going to have to use some specific drives when I image those discs. Because those things are weird. All right, there we go. Back together. No issues. All right, let's take a look at this. Oh man, oh gosh. These are, oh yeah, they're 8-inch Hellencroft. That's not a problem. 8-inch is what I'm working towards. The problem is, I was right. They're weird. They are hard sectors. There are multiple index holes in them. So the drive in there looks for the dots in the disk to line up the sectors. It doesn't just count. And that means that a normal drive would think every single sector is sector 0, and it would never align. So this is impossible to read with a PC. And this is why I have to use the CryoFlux. It will be required. It's just gonna have to pick one sector as 0, I think. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. Maybe it'll count the index holes and then do it. I don't know. But that means it's a huge pain. So, yeah. Thankfully, though, there's a box of 140 hard sector disks. And not a single one of these is software, as far as I'm aware. They're all user data from like contracts and invoices and stuff. So this is basically up for grabs for writing disks when I eventually am able to. So I'm good on disks, thankfully. So isn't there another hole to tell what sector 0 is? Maybe. I'm not sure how that works, but those are in the space where the normal sector 0 hole would be on a regular 8-inch disk. Like if I just go grab one here real quick. Grab one that doesn't look totally disgusting, ideally. All right, here we go. So I don't know what this program is, but it has like a sort of actual label. So if we look here, I can spin this and sort of spin it, and you won't see that index hole until we get to track 0. There it is. There's only one. So there aren't any more. That's how it knows where sector 0 starts. So how does the hard sector drive know where 0 is? I don't know. Maybe it reads the data and there's a header. I don't know. See, normally there's another hole, removable hard drive platters. Yeah. Another hole between two normal sector holes. Okay, that would make sense as well. Yeah, that sucks more than my hard sector hard drive platters. I don't know about that, but yeah. So it's not gonna be fun to work on those. All the S100 stuff though, very easy in comparison. So that's a thing. So this is why I only use paper tape and removable hard drive platters for my Nova. Do you have a disk drive? Because they're not common as far as I'm aware. So should have a separate hole for indexing. It may, and the drive that the data generals are used with will support that. But what I'm trying to say here is that the drives like the SA800 and the Cume Track 824, they're not gonna know how that works. And if you connected them to, like, say, a PC through a standard PC controller, it would think every single sector is sector 0. They don't support anything else like that. So you absolutely must use something like a CryoFlux, and then I'm not sure how. I mean, there might be a software flag. I'm just saying I don't know how it works with a CryoFlux. I think it can do it, but I don't know. So it should be possible with the CryoFlux. It will be possible. I'm just saying I don't know exactly because I haven't looked into it yet. That's all. Oh, tape the extra holes. It's optical, so that would theoretically work. So, yeah. See, it's not a data general drives, Diablo drive similar to the one Curious Mark has experience with. Okay. Well, I'm not surprised if the drives are made by Diablo, since I think all the hard drives are. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's start another scan, because I want to do at least one more. So we're going to do a super important one here. Basic E User's Guide. This is single-sided, so this will be pretty simple. And yeah, we're putting, this is a undocumented piece of information here. This is not archived anywhere on the internet. I'm only putting this in here because we have scanned this book, so I know this thing is now safe. So we're gonna do that. This is my first 3-hole punched one, but based on how it was kind of floppy on this side, I think that won't be an issue, so this should work. So, yeah, taping holes on 100 plus disks. I only have one data general disk that I need to read. That's it. I only have one boot disk for it. So, yeah, that's a thing. Maybe check the lens and the rolls to see if they are dirty. I don't think they are. I'm pretty sure they're all good. It worked, so I don't have any reason to doubt it. It worked. So, see, -0 degrees, soft versus hard sectored. JPEG. Oh, they open a disk? Yeah, okay, so, or represented it. Yeah, that makes sense. So, the sides of the ADF is really dusty. The inside's a little dusty. I can, like, wipe that out with a towel, I guess. I don't think it's a problem, but I can wipe it. So, nice microfiber cloth here. Just clean it out a little. All right, there we go. Did the display shut off? Weird. Hopefully that was for power saving, not for broken. See, CryoFlux. Anyway, got to go. So my goodbye. Goodbye, Jout. Let's see, hard sector material to test. Oh, they need the disc to test. Well, that's a 5 1/4 inch disc. I don't have that. But okay, looks like someone's trying to work on it. Okay, that's good. So there is some hard sector cryoflux stuff going on. All right. Okay, back to this. Get that all in there. Boom. Make that sure that's correct. That looks good. Okay, this is a really important piece of information that we're going to scan here in a moment. So we are ADF single-sided. This is a single-sided document, so that's even perfect for it. I'm going to go to the folder here. I'm going to show you the setup as I work on this. Scans. This is basic E something, I don't know, info, whatever. We'll just go with that for now. That doesn't matter. We're going to scan into that directory. We are 600 DPI, color photo, ADF single-sided. That's all the settings. Sharpen's on. Okay, gotta go. Oh, you gotta go, Starhawk? All right, I'll see you later. Okay, we're gonna go. Did I put that in CPM book? I don't think so. Where's the scans? Oh, I went into test. Okay, basic E info. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's run the scan. Click. Please don't rip this up. I really need this one to work. I'm glad I got through that without an incident. I think we're going to be good. So this is change keyboard. Alrighty. Wantano Mech. I was using a Keychron K8 here, and I will not be anymore, which is probably good because it's probably disconnected. Oh, no, it is still connected. That's impressive for it, not for a normal keyboard. And I'm not going to be switching to a vintage keyboard this time because I thought I was going to need a lot more space. So instead, I have a DOS keyboard. This is just a normal USB keyboard. Fun little fact about the DOS keyboard. The rear legs is actually a magnetically attached ruler. So you can use this to get measurements quickly here because they're nerds in Germany, I guess. So yeah. What's the haps of the Keychron? I was just thinking of picking one up. Absolutely don't. It sucks. I hate it. If you want to use it for Bluetooth, no. It's horrible. It disconnects and then fails to reconnect quickly. It is horrible. Yeah. So there we go. This keyboard also has an aluminum top plate, which is part of why I don't use it, because there's actually a nick in it, and it hurts a little. Also, it's a cherry brown keyboard, so it has brown switches. So I was looking at the Keychron as next purchase. Well, keep looking. Unless you want it wired, it's great wired. That's about it though. We're done with the scan. Ooh, man, I am excited here. This is new ground being broken. All right, let's look at this. Basic E User's Guide. Oh man, this is excellent. I may have to manually type this out because there is there's not a lot. Basically operates on the MSI 8080 under the CP/M floppy disk operating system. So this is actually interesting. I thought this was a really big manual. Turns out it's not. And that's because there was yet another copy of the CP/M operating system guide in here. This is a rev that's already exists in one of those things back here. But this is another original copy from Inside. And this is what was bound in those weird like screw rivet things. So yeah. That Epson printer is printing empty pages. Yeah. Let's see. I have a Unicomp, but was having track point drift. Shouldn't have bought that model. Interesting. That should be easy to OCR. You think it'll OCR that with like the weird like line bar lines going through the stuff and the serifed font. I don't know how good OCR is. I've never tried it. I will check it. Ooh, hello. What's going on here? What? What's... This is like page 3? Oh! The original paper has that printed onto it. Somebody screwed up this, because this is a photocopy. So, there are a couple of pages here that I just actually have that on there. That was terrifying. Okay, so it's fine. All right, continuing on. So the next one has that as well, just a little bit there. Yup. Pretty good photocopy for its age. Yeah, I think it's a real Xerox, because the mimeograph ones, they're horrible. I hate that I have any of those. Yeah, this is nice. I'm quite happy with that. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna handle like that kind of stuff. That is written, is that on the copy or? Okay, so the writing there was written after the copy. That's actually a much thicker ink. It is different. Oh no, the copy is a... What the heck is this copy method? That's shiny. That ink on there is shiny for those check marks, so I don't know what this is. What acts like a mimeograph but can do images really quickly? Weird. I actually, one moment. I had to restart a bunch of times. Didn't know what state I left Discord in. Let's see. I just got some more information on this, actually. So, along the lines with the mimeograph stuff, I actually posted in the Internet Archive server trying to get some information. Let's see, also leaving marks on the opposite page. Humidity water may reactivate the ink and make it easier to take apart. Try separating with an X-Acto knife instead of pulling. Ooh, that sounds scary. But I was trying to get some hints. I took this picture earlier. You can see here the shiny and thickness of the ink on the mimeograph stuff. It's impressive and it looks phenomenal, but they stick together and it's really annoying. Yeah, that's it. That's everything here. That looks great. The color on these scans are really nice. I like how this looks. The HP one I have over there has some issues where like one edge is really yellow, which I don't want to use it, but I'm gonna have to for some stuff. So I really like how this all looks. This is really nice. So this is an unpreserved document. There are no records of this anywhere. This is now saved. This has been protected. We have it. So this is all, how big is this? 1 gig. that's a lot of stuff. But that is now on here, and what I'm going to quickly do is, will this connect? I don't think so. No, yeah, it will. Okay. I am just going to copy this over to my server later. I don't want to tank the stream now that I think about it. But I'm going to get this copied onto another system as soon as I can, and get it backed up and saved. So what sort of resolution are you using to scan this? This is 600 DPI. So that document is 5,000 pixels wide by 8,400 pixels tall, but there's some extra stuff in there. So probably like 5,000 by 8,000 roughly. So yeah, I'm not going small on this. I'm going as much resolution and detail as I possibly can. But yeah, now we have that. That's a thing. You know, actually, this isn't backed up either. I could run this through, but this is huge, and there's some other stuff that I want to do instead. So we'll do that later. That one might be a better source, though, because it's not sticky, because it's been loose. It wasn't in a binder getting crushed. So we might do that one. But there is another thing in here that I want to go through that is related to this. So let's take a look in the thick binder here. And I'm going to set this off to the side. Rsync with a speed limiter? Yeah, but the thing is I'm going to sneaker net this all home in not too long, in like an hour. So if I really speed limit it too much, it's actually going to be a lower throughput than just taking the laptop home. So, all right, this is it. This is the big deal. Basic E reference manual, IMSI dated right there. That's an official IMSI stamp that is on every single page in here. And this is double-sided, so we're gonna have to flip this. This has not been preserved, and this is how to use the language. So this is a rather important document here. So we're gonna scan this next, and I'm flipping through all the pages here because these are the sticky mimeograph pages. So this is important that I see that they are separated. But yeah, we're gonna do this one next, and this is probably the most important document that I'm gonna scan out of all of this. So getting this one done is gonna be a really big goal achieved here. This is exactly the kind of thing I was wondering if would exist in this. Let's see, I may have missed this earlier. How exactly are you planning on processing all the scans? And I read too quickly and I add words in. I am going to be converting these to JPEGs, and then I don't know. My main goal right now is to get JPEGs or TIFF files that are super high resolution. It'll become JPEGs later because I need to play around with the process of making OCR'd PDFs from this, and I don't know how I want to do that yet. So getting resources, the physical or the digital copies, will allow me to figure that out. So now after today, I will be able to go work on that and figure it out. So are you sure the scanner can't scan both sides in one go? I found Pants, it has two sensors, and it can scan in double-sided. The problem is we tried that earlier, and it ends up like overflowing the buffer to the computer or something, and it causes issues with the scans. Or it has two separate sensors for each side of the scanner. I don't know what this is. CPA, U25 chips. Okay, I don't think this is related, so I'm gonna not take that out. It's possible that the secondary side scanner is just bad. That's it. So that, I don't know. I don't know which it is. So all right. You know what I want to do? I want to go to the back here because there's something else that goes with this. And it's not this horrible hex binary thing. Okay, this is the 8K basic users. Does this go with this? I don't think so, because this is 77, this is 76. Dear registered, we're releasing initial version of 8K basic. Okay, I'm IMSI 8K basic, yada yada. This is not what I want to look for. There is a letter I have. This letter is an introduction to eBasic, or Basic E, for the IMSI owners. It's telling them that it's going to become available to them, and I want to get this scanned as well. And then I believe, yes, this is the order form for this, which I have the order form. They didn't order it, or they copied it and then sent the copy. But I'm going to scan this as well as part of this. And then we'll be putting all of the Basic E stuff in here. Shakedown Systems Diagnostic User Disk. Yeah. Okay, so here's another thing that I didn't actually get documented before, because there's so much in here that I didn't realize that there were this many individual things. 12 registered owners of IMSI CP/M disk operating system. Okay, so that's not your license. CPI owner or CP/M owner. The version CP/M now being shipped is this. And oh, here's a second copy of this. Those are identical. So the ripped one, I don't have to worry about. It's all right. There's that. I'm just trying to make sure there's no more Basic E stuff in here. I don't think this is Basic E, all of this. I think this is something different, but maybe there's like a header in the source listing that says who it's by. Let me just quickly look. Because if it's by, no, that's not. By, who is it? Gordon Eubanks. that's who actually wrote Basic E. If this was by Eubanks, then it would be, this might actually be Basic E, but I don't think it is. I'm still going to scan this eventually, because I have actually no idea if this has been backed up either. There's just so much. Yeah. We'll get to that later. So let's go ahead and scan the Basic E reference manual. And then the letter, or maybe the letter first. It's going to be quick. Simple. So, just wherever here. See, Byte Break, need more memory for your S100 system, Byte Magazine. All right, Gemmand, we will take a look at that in a moment here. Let me get these in and scanned. Oh, this feels so good to be doing this. I really like this. Okay, settings haven't changed. Single-sided color, 600. Sharpen, scan. We're gonna name these order. Okay, go. I'm gonna scan this, and then we're gonna start this, and then I'll go grab the other one. Or grab the issue of Byte. Ooh, that's nice to have that done. Oh, that's weird. There is something almost watermarked in this paper that is very clearly English of some kind. That's strange. All right. Next issue shows you how to use it with CP/M and DOS. Yeah, hidden message. Let's see, it's a high quality top drawer. All right. Nice article. Well, we'll see that in a moment here. First, I want to go back to this, take a look at the order form. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Oh, that's... Okay, no, this just has some issues. Here we go. The Emzai order form. Excellent. Ooh, that's so nice to get that done. Oh, you can see the hidden message there too. Okay, well, that's a thing. So there's that. All right. Ooh, I feel really good about having that scanned. This is going to be a pain to scan because it's a lot. Most likely the brand of the paper, that was a thing. That is very likely Tay-Tay. I was thinking maybe someone wrote something in really hard pressure and like compressed the cells of the paper, but no, it could absolutely be the brand too. I have some watermarked paper, I forget. I think it was typewriter erasable paper in my manual typewriter correction video that I demonstrated. But yeah, that's a thing. I'm a little concerned about this first page. You know what? I'm gonna turn the first page upside down and we'll scan it that way because it's torn slightly. And I just want to make sure that it doesn't get ripped up because again, this is an undocumented material that I have here, so I don't want it to be damaged. So this will work. All right. You know what I really wish? Maybe like super high-end, like multi-$1,000 ones of these have this. I wish there was like a vibration motor in there that could be activated to settle the pages, because that would help it scan a little bit easier, but yeah, it doesn't have it. I doubt many, if any of these kinds of things have that, so yeah. Let's go ahead and go to the laptop. We're going to start our next scan here. Single-sided, we're gonna flip it manually. Color photo, 600 DPI, sharpen, check, scan, go up, Basic E. This was manual. Go. This is another extremely crucial document that we're scanning here. Hi everyone, what are we looking at today? I just got here. Today I am beginning the scanning of some extremely critical documents for my S100 computers. And I'm very excited about it, and it seems like it's going well. So, see, even the big nice Ryko don't have some vibrating thing like that? Yeah, I would figure. Most people aren't trying to scan like ancient stuff that's all wrinkled and disheveled, so it's probably why. They're trying to scan something that was faxed to them. That should have just been emailed. Okay, I think that's gonna keep on trucking, so I'm gonna do that. There we go. And let me go grab, let's just do this, that issue of Byte. And we'll get started on that. So you should add a paper jogger to wish list to use it before scanning. What is that what that's called? The thing? That would be nice. Let me go see if I can find that issue of Byte. First I'm going to check to make, well, it's probably just on the shelf. It's January 84 if I remember right. Let's see. It's not on the shelf, so I've already taken it out. Just, did you guys pay attention to which ones I had out just so it would be complicated for me to go find it? None of those are it. Oh, it's probably behind over here, or is it that one? Nope, that one's June 86. I have some issues back here underneath some of those. That is January 84. Oh, man. Ooh, I did bad things. These are not going back there. That's okay. I didn't like those sounds I was making. Let's see, nice power brick zoom, yeah. Having issues finding the right issues, yeah. See, maybe the Steam box. Maybe a Steam box can get the mimeograph pages loose. Yeah, that's what it's looking like based on the first response that I've had with information in the archive.org server. So, alrighty, it was January 84, page 362. It's a lot of pages in. Rollers are a little squeaky. See, Spy Robot, yeah, paper jogger is literally what you need. Okay, well then, that's good to know there's a term. 5-minute timer.
All right, 5 minutes. Starting now.
So, this is the 1984 month of January issue of Byte, and we're going to page way far in the back, 362. 10 pages ahead from here. And 2 more up, and I'm going to go ahead and guide this thing into not shoveling the papers all over. 1 more page, and that's 364. We skipped a page. Bingo. 360. Aha! There's one hiding in the middle. Okay. Bubbles on the S100 bus. Oh my gosh, bubble memory? That's cool. So, okay, are these bubble memory modules? Okay, that's kind of crazy. Why is it? Oh, it's a box. Okay, I thought it was like a little briefcase kit stuff. Goodbye, Franz. Thank you for coming by, and I really appreciate the support. So, all right. The bubble memory, what will it cost? Will range from $900 to several $1,000s. There was actually, I was really disappointed about this that I didn't buy it and then I got one. There was a bubble memory expansion for the TRS-80 Model 100 as well to give it a bunch of RAM on the bottom, and I believe it was one of the ones that is persistent that you could use as like actual storage. So there we go. That is the bubble memory module. Well, that's weird. What is that connector? Does that go into a board for this thing? That's weird. That is an unusual ad over there on the right. Let's see. Ooh, schematic. So this is how... Wait, are they teaching you how to build bubble memory boards? Or is this a review? This seems more like they're teaching you how to use off-the-shelf bubble memory modules in your S100 computer. That's pretty cool. So this isn't just an ad for a product or a review of a product. Whoa, okay. So yeah, bubble memory card goes into there. That is fancy. Wow, that would be really cool to recreate now. It could totally be done. I bet bubble memory modules aren't that expensive, and you could make RAM cards for S100. Looks like it shows you the next magazine shows you how to interface it. Aha! Interesting. And there's their assembled example with like a little CompuPro ejection lever thing on it, although the lighting is making it difficult for you to see. There we go. So that's pretty darn cool there. That'd be a cool video. Be a complicated one. You gotta go, Pilly Pal? All right, I'll see you later. Oh, there's the mess. Oh, that's a prototype board. That explains it. Oh, okay. So that's a perf board with an S100 connector. That's awesome. Oh, wow. And then is this them writing to it? Okay, interesting. In BASIC. A collection of basic subroutines for that. Which BASIC is it? They don't actually say. Okay. It might just be CBasic. That might be the go-to. I'm not actually sure. Big ads. And that is it. All right. Wow. Okay. So, is there more information in the beginning there? Because, holy moly. That's a thing. Okay. Before beginning to work on this article, I checked back issues of Byte for any previous articles on the subject of bubble memories. It was a short list, the loneliest number of all, not as lonely as the Linux mentions were by the end of the issues. Bubble Memories short tutorial in June 79. It contains a lot of good information on how bubble memories work. There was an earlier mention of bubble memory in Byte. The July 77 issue contained a tutorial by Carl Hemmers entitled "This." Oh, that's interesting. They mentioned Carl because he was basically blacklisted from Byte at this point because they'd split off. So that's kind of funny. And This Elephant Never Forgets, and then discuss new text instruments thing. So that's funny. They're saying even here that bubble memory is kind of rare. So that's funny. But yeah, this is super cool. See how to use Micropolis, MS-DOS, and CP/M with it. Interesting. Yeah, that is a fascinating article there. Wow. Thank you for bringing that one up. All right, the scans are continuing to make progress here. The rollers are making some kind of weird noises. I'm a little concerned because I saw on Amazon when I was looking at power supplies, there's a kit for ordering all new rollers. And I don't know if I should do that and then like seal it in a bag so they can stay fresh or something. Because I don't know if the rollers are gonna just go bad. I've never had scanner rollers go bad, but I've never really scanned like this, or definitely had an ADF quite like this. So I don't know. M-DOS, not MS-DOS. Ah. Is that multi-user DOS, or is that just something else completely different? Like concurrent CP/M? I don't know. There's so much to learn. It kind of sucks being new to something like this, where you got to relearn everything, but it's also fun because there's some cool stuff that you'll find out along the way. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. I have to tighten the stupid light again. I really wish I could just take the light off of this arm at this point. Okay. It didn't do anything to the paper, so it's fine. It was just loud. All right. That's a thing. Okay, now I need my paper jogger. You're doing archaeology? Yeah, pretty much. Okay, and now we're going to flip this over. And this is the correct orientation. I'm feeding the cover in upside down intentionally. And we're going to go ahead and go again to get the second side, because this is a two-sided manual here. So that'll do it. This is page 2, and that side would have been covered. So we're good. I'm going to go over to the laptop and click continue. Boom. Alrighty. And while that's going, let's go ahead and take a peek at what we've got so far. Just checked, replace the rubber assembly at 100,000 scans, so you have like, what, 92,000 left? That doesn't account for age. That would just be actual wear. So I could see it being a lot worse with age. So, all right, basic E, we are scanning manual here. So we can go through and look at that. This page will be upside down. That's fine, because I had this super crinkly bit here that I wanted to feed in the other direction. I didn't trust it. Then it's all correct, and ooh, yes, that's really nice. Again, this is not documented anywhere else. I don't like these rainbows, but I don't think there's anything I can do about that. I think it's just part of how this scanner works. Folded over corner, that's not ideal. It does pretty well with really crinkly documents, though. So if that rainbow artifacting there is a downside of it being able to accept crinkly documents, worth it. So, all right, we're just gonna quickly flip through this, make sure there's no issues. Man, however they're doing this stamp, that's pretty consistent. See, true, these pages will help kill the rest of their life. Yeah. Yeah, for the aging, for sure. So yeah, I should make sure that the numbers are incrementing correctly. 41, 43, 45, 47, 49, 51. Yeah, those are looking good. So when I go through and actually process these images, I will have to do it as, I'll have to check that I'm getting all of the stuff that I need. So, I'm getting a... Oh, yay, the political text messages have started. Fun! Alrighty. Yeah, that looks good. No issues again. It's really weird you can't do the double-sided. Huh. It would almost be worth trying the Windows driver just to see if that works better with the double-sided stuff. Maybe it configures the scanner differently. Although I also wouldn't be surprised the Windows drivers don't work with Windows 11, which I did actually put on this laptop. It came with 10, but I had to reinstall the operating system anyway because this laptop really stupidly, it has 2 drives in it, 2 NVMe drives. They came in RAID 0. Like, what? So I split them. So I have 1 drive for Windows, 1 drive for Linux. So I put Windows 11 on there because I figured if I'm not going to use Windows, I might as well not use the newest version of Windows. So, yeah. See, is campaigning in mass text message spam legal in the U.S.? I don't know. I'm not sure how they get my number either. I assume voter registration, but I don't know, because I don't get text message spam for commercial stuff, which I assume if they were getting it illegitimately, they would still do that with. The interesting thing is I use Google Fi as my phone service, and I wouldn't be surprised if I go back and look at that now, if it's gone. Because what happens frequently is I will get political text messages. They'll slip through, and then Google will catch them after they probably send out thousands or millions of them, and then they go away. So, yeah. So you split them in software RAID, disabled RAID in the BIOS. It's disabled hardware BIOS RAID. That was how it was done. which is cool that it has it, but I don't want that. They're NVMe drives. I mean, they're fast enough already. RAID 0 on those is kind of dumb. The voter registration is a big source, yeah. See, my brother got a ES Notebook, 2 NVMe slots advertised as such, but only one with a drive in it. But it's not really user changeable. Quite an ordeal to actually get the advertised second drive slot. Oh, that's annoying. Windows driver says it supports 11. Okay then, interesting. I'd RAID 1 those 2 drives. I plan on doing that once I have the cash to spare to buy some big capacity drives. It's 2 1 terabyte drives in there right now, which is good. 2 terabytes in a laptop portably. It's not, you know, nothing to sneeze at, but I want to get 2 4 terabyte drives in there and then RAID 1 them or something like that, maybe. The allure of having 8 terabytes portably is also pretty strong, though. And generally, I'm not going to keep anything important on here. Like this stuff, this data, is going right onto my server as soon as I get home. And once we have the ability to build up the Threadripper system, I will be putting a bunch of drives in that, and then we would actually be putting stuff onto there as we're working on this. So I would locally back up to a second system there, and then I would take it home and back it up there as well. Because I plan on having off-site storage for critical data, not videos. Videos take too much data, but all the stuff like my backups of this kind of stuff will go both locations. So, let's see, I want to get 4 terabyte 10 or NVMe drives for my desktop as well. Yeah, it's nice to be able to fit that much storage in a laptop right now. For the longest time with actual hard drives, 2 terabytes was about the limit. Because I had a laptop that had 2.5-inch drive bays in it, and then they never really made like drives that were bigger than a terabyte for that. There might be some now, but when I was using that, they weren't available, so it was really annoying. Because I was carrying around a lot of data, so yeah. See, 10 and 11 are compatible driver-wise. That's good. I wouldn't have been surprised since they made some UI changes if it broke some stuff. So, see, I went away, came back, and gosh, the scanner seems to be working. Yeah, I don't know how far ago you were, but we are sitting here happily scanning away a truly undocumented piece of vintage documentation. This has never been scanned before. There is no existing resource for this, which means if you want to program in this language, it's really hard. You pretty much can't. So this is actually going to be the primary source of information on the internet if you want to program in Basic E now. So that'll be really fun to be able to be part of putting that out there. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I have some other documents that I should really get to scanning here as well. Let me find those so I can start to make a list. Well, I have the list. That was what I did that took multiple days of headbanging. I want this. So, we have Basic E user guide, done. IMSI initial language listing, done. We don't have these cards. So actually this manual is slightly not super critical. Basic E reference manual. There is oddly a text document version of this, like an actual TXT file, but it's slightly different than the one that I have here. So I'm considering this original research type of thing, but there is some shared information between the two. It's just we don't have an actual scan, but this is not bad. So there's that, but we should probably get these manuals, and then the introduction to CP/M stuff, that's in the binder, so we can do that. CP/M assembler user's guide, we should get that. So we have a couple of CP/M things that we should run through. We are getting kind of late here, though. I'm not sure that I want to cross the 4-hour threshold if I don't have to. See, any way to have to interface the scan pages for dual-sided scan interlace. I'm trying to remember. Were you here, Helencroft, for when we tried to do dual-sided scanning? So this scanner does do dual-sided scanning. It just has issues with it. There's either something wrong with the second scanner, or it's a speed information. Okay. So I scanned some stuff, and what happens is, well, first off, there are two glass scanners in here, one above and one below. So there are two separate individual scanners. And it's meant to be able to do single pass, double-sided scanning. But when we tried to do that, there were line alignment issues. It was shuffling data all over in the pages, and it might have only been on the second side. But what ended up happening is I switched to single-sided scanning, and then it worked perfectly. So I stopped doing that. See, I mean, to get pages, you need to do now. Oh yeah, for that, I'm just going to use a Linux command. Or maybe Python or something. I'm probably going to make a bash command that'll just interleave stuff automatically. I'm not that worried about it. I don't think it'll be a problem. Because I should have an even number of files here. So this is it. We're well, not quite even, maybe out of the manual stuff. So there's 90 pages for the manual here. So what I'll do is I will take all of those files and put them into an array, and then I will start at 0 and I will start at 49, and then I will rename the files alternating between the two arrays and do it that way. So I'll just interleave it like that. It won't be a problem. So yeah. And then I will figure out how I'm going to make it a PDF from there, but I'm not super concerned about that. So that's that manual backed up though. We've got it. That's Basic E reference manual from IMSI, archived. So you make a macro to optimize scanned images for printing OCR. I will be doing something like that. I have to figure out how I'm going to do OCR first, because I don't know that part yet. So that's all stuff I'm going to do at home, because I assume it's going to take a lot of research to figure out which OCR programs are going to work out the best. And then I'm probably going to try doing multiple OCR passes with different programs and seeing what the differences are between them, and then trying to figure out which one is most accurate to go with as the final version, or manually correcting between versions as what ends up being the process. I'm not sure what the process is going to be, so that's why I'm going to go home and work on that some rather than try and do it here, because it's going to be a lot of research involved. So you can upload the raw images to archive.org and they make it into a PDF. Do they OCR it? Because that's a thing. See, might be worth trying to not run as root. Now strikes me the group for the scanner might be plugdev for USB hot plug and not scanner. I'm in the plugdev group, hub. Helencroft, I have seen PDFs on archive.org. I don't know if they started out as just a bunch of files, but I've seen PDFs on there that are not OCR'd, so I don't know. That's the thing. I can try it, and it makes sense, and then I can always update it later, so it's not like, you know, one and done, but I can do it and then try and OCR it myself later if they don't do it. So yeah, I need to process the images first, because this thing scans, it has extra data or extra image that it leaves on there. See, they OCR, but it's not amazing. Okay. So I'm probably going to do my own OCR of some kind. I will try and just get these uploaded and put onto archive.org as image sets, though, rather than force the OCR process first. Oh, I should put this in there too. Although this is going to kind of add a lot of thickness to this binder, but oh well. The ABBY Find Reader is good, but not free. I'm going to be going free only, not because I just don't want to pay for this stuff. Well, part of that, but I want to have a process that I can point to and say, here's how you do this. Okay, there was some CPM stuff in here that's not backed up. How long is that? Yeah, the SCS manual there, that's really long. And it's more SCS. Okay, an introduction to CPM features. That's not too bad. It's double-sided. CPM Assembler's Guide. This is not backed up either. This is thick mimeograph ink. Man, it looks so good. Like, one of the things that will just not come across in video is how brilliantly dark this text is. This is some of the best looking like text I've ever seen on paper. It's so black. It's really nice, but it sticks, so I hate it. But yeah, that's really fancy. That is weird how much handwriting there is on this. Huh. Then we got bios.asm, whatever that is, printed on tractor paper and then split. That's weird. And then nothing else. So yeah, free as in speech. Okay. Scan to PDF. Okay. See, well, I will be figuring that out. I think we might call this here because I have 3 documents I can work on, and I do need to spend some time on that. We got the more critical things done here. There's some hardware manuals that still need to be backed up. If we go back to the list here, the BIOS machine-dependent part of BIOS is the machine-dependent part of CPM. I'm not sure what you mean there, Commodore Keen or Commander Keen. PO Box stream tomorrow. Tomorrow I won't be here. There will be no stream tomorrow. I have to do a thing, so that's why I'm streaming today. Is I can't stream tomorrow. So unfortunately, I probably won't get stuff from the PO Box tomorrow, and then I won't be able to go Sunday because PO Box is closed on Sunday. So it may not be until Wednesday that I can get to that stuff, unfortunately. So you just looked at a BIOS listing and said no idea what this is. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's good to know. Thank you. Tomorrow's on the schedule. I don't know how to remove one day. That's a repeating event, and they make it really annoying to try and fix a single day event. I don't know how to do it. Oh, I'm still screen sharing. So yeah, I really wish I knew how to do that more easily, but they don't make it easy. So, let's see. Actually, I'm going to go back to here. So let's see. BIOS is the IO SIM IBM BIO from. I don't think so, Gemand. I'm pretty sure everything in this binder is all S100 stuff. BIOS ASM, JRB. It's from 1977, so it's not MS-DOS. I think I couldn't find this somewhere, but I don't know. That's something that I'm gonna scan, but then I'm gonna have to try and piece it together historically, because these things, all right. These floppy disk manuals I've got. There's 4 of these. Every single one of them is different. And it turns out that these should have like different covers. Like these ones have different covers, but they say exactly the same thing. They just put the line break in a different point. But there are some of these that should say like DOS A and CPM user manual, or like the disk basic or whatever. And mine do have those contents in them, but they're not labeled that way. Like this one is actually just the hardware manual for the floppy drive itself. Oh, it's equivalent to, okay. But the point I'm trying to make here is that there's another thing of the basic 8K stuff. This binder has the DOS A manual in it and CPM, but I think that information, that BIOS listing, actually goes in one of these, and it's not like a separate thing. I don't know what it is, so I have to figure out where it goes to see if the documentation has like an index somewhere, maybe in one of these that I can piece it back together with, because so much of this stuff was customized by the former owner that it is really, really hard to know where it goes. So I'm gonna have to do some like digging and sorting and other stuff, because yeah, it's just really blah. It's just all over. But there's a lot there, and it's going to be worth the effort to try and get it preserved. So yeah, I want to do that. Let's see. CPM BIOS is comparable to it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about how all that works as far as using the actual systems is concerned. I haven't had the opportunity to do that yet. So I think I did have some more documents set aside up here, but I don't think there were any that were really critical. Like, this is another thing. This is a document labeled floppy power supply functional description. I think that's in one of those binders I just showed you, the correct thing. So Oh yeah, this. I found out this page actually just goes on the back of this. Those are all one thing. This is, it's amazing what has been scanned. This is like some brochure of like new IMSI products. This has been scanned somehow. So, you know, someone else has had a weird set like this. The August one has been scanned. This, the Fulcrum brochure, that's been scanned. Although the scan for this is weirdly split up. They made every single page individually a PDF. And I have 5 pages, they had 4, so actually I'm gonna need to scan mine and put it together because theirs appears to be incomplete. That's good to know. Yeah, all right. So that's the thing. I don't remember if that's been scanned, but there's a lot of stuff I need to go through. So a lot more scanning to be done. Don't know how I'm gonna do everything because like this is a thing, the schematics for the OmniDisc that are also slightly moldy. Maybe I shouldn't hold that so close to my face. That I'm probably gonna have to photograph with the camera. I can't really think of how else that'll be done, but that means I'm gonna have to set up for that. And then this is really in bad shape, so got a lot of work ahead of me. I'm happy with the progress we made today. I feel like we're taking a step in the right direction to get this all documented. But yeah, this is fun. Now I'm at the point where I get to actually just do work. There's no more like weird planning and stuff. It's just get it done. I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to having a massive amount of documentation digitized. That is going to be cool. That's vintage mold though. Yeah. But alrighty, I can turn this off. I'm done with that for today. I should unplug it because I don't know what voltage that power supply will be set to next time I turn it on. I need to get a 12 volt or 24 volt power supply in there. So yeah, what a nice vintage mold collection he has. Yeah, that is a lot of what is in there, unfortunately. So, but all right, I think that is it for today. Made a lot of progress. I have more work to do that's going to be bland and just Google, run a command, see the result. That didn't work. Change the command, and it's back and forth, back and forth. That's not going to be that exciting. So I'll be able to check in sometime when we'll get back to this. The next stream on Sunday, Hellencroft, I don't think you were here for this. I have the 50-pin adapter for the floppy drive. Came in fairly early, actually. So there's that. We will be trying to get the power supply for the CumeTrack drives put back together and get that working with that in the next stream. Because once that's working, then I can simultaneously scan documents and image floppy disks, and we can just have this whole thing going. So, saw the floppy adapter on Twitter? Ah, okay. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting that going and see how that works out, because that's going to be another big deal. It was great to catch you. Thank you. But yeah, that is it for the moment. So I am going to run the outro. Okay. Thank you all for stopping by and just absolutely annihilating the camera goal today. Holy moly, I was not expecting that. You guys are amazing. You really give me a lot of support, and it makes doing these streams possible and allows me to dedicate so much time to them, and I really appreciate it. So thank you. And I'm looking forward to getting that camera. Again, that'll probably happen sometime in the later half of next month, because there's a cycle to get the payments. They only pay me once a month from all of my sources of income, actually. Yeah. Camera goal, get capture card, PO box, yeah. Yeah, wow, this has been a good stream. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this as the Twitch stream, you can follow here and be notified when I go live again. If you're watching this on YouTube, which I've had a delay in getting the VODs up, my apologies, then you can subscribe to this channel and see more of these VODs. But that is it for the moment. Oh yeah, if you want to support the channel, you can either sub on Twitch, we can do with Prime for free, or find me on Patreon. But that is it for the moment, and I will see you next time.